Okay, guys, we are live! So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Madison, and I will be your friendly Kingmaker today, because today we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing Paizo Publishing's outstanding Pathfinder 2nd Edition fantasy RPG, and we are playing through the latest version of their classic adventure path, Kingmaker. And with me, I should say Mega Adventure, because that's sort of the nomenclature we use for our other ones. And with me tonight are the stars of the Kingmaker Mega Adventure. I'll go the order I get you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are and who you're playing tonight. First up, we've got Jeffrey.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff, and I'm playing Trog. He is a goblin fire sorcerer and a general wonderful citizen of the neighborhood. I don't know, what do we call it? Our country? Our kingdom?
The Stolen Lands?
The Stolen Lands.
Yeah.
just a nice guy.
Yep. Definitely not a criminal record.
Nope.
Don't bother checking. It's okay. Next up is John.
Hey everyone, I am John, and I'm playing Ramirius Serranus. He is a human bard with the warrior muse.
And the DM with poor timing. Next up, coming to us from an ungodly hour is James.
I'm James. I'm playing Vaz, the sleepy fighter orc who wants to be a general one day.
Nice. And last but certainly not least is Jamie.
Hey everyone, I am the fourth player whose name starts with J, and I am playing
a rough night for the outro tonight. Oh, shit.
And I'm playing a lizard folk thaumaturge sword scion named Brommel.
Very nice. So guys, I will bring us back to the last place that you guys were camping, and you can tell us what happened last time. Where is it here? Oh yes, this. You know, we commented a bunch of times before about it being rare to see some really good prairie stuff, like prairie for fantasy illustrations. And I was reading the latest release for Deadlands today. There's the next Hell in the High Plains is like a world source book, and they have some fucking great illustrations featuring the Great Plains in it. So, as someone who grew up in a city in the Great Plains, it really makes me happy. So, guys, what happened last time? So, do I have any visual cues? Let's see.
Whose fault was the boar? That's what I want to know.
Fault? Well, it happened on my watch, if you're asking.
Oh, yes. No, that was a nice breakfast, actually.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we were attacked by a boar that we proceeded to eat.
Yes. It was a very threatening boar. We tried to scare it back and then cut it down.
Yep.
Poor Brommel took a brunt of a hit, but we got him back up.
I had a couple of those last time. I really felt bad, but Jamie had been away for a couple of weeks from vacation and then came back. Hey, spam! I'm up again.
Well, he was fortunate because there were a couple bodies we found actually on that session that did not.
That's
return.
right. That's how we started things off, was with you guys leaving your campfire, heading the direction of another distant campfire, and yeah, you guys discovered there was some. It appears that there are some active locals.
It was little blue fey goblin thingies.
The blue meanies.
Sorry,
yeah. They're horrid.
They're not goblins.
Well, the closest thing I know, so.
Well.
Ramirius knows many stories, but his knowledge pool is slim.
So he knows them all wrong.
Technicalities.
Have I told you the story of Little Red Riding Jude? Like, no, Remy, that's not. So, what else happened last time?
Let's see. Yeah, we discovered those things that ambushed a dwarf that was at the campsite, and the guy that made it partial to ours, with the golden lock spilling out on the white cloak. We feared that it had been Tristan, or the cleric we met, but it was not him. We made it back to our camp, had rested. The boar showed up. We killed it, and then we made our way towards the Cascades. Camped there, discussed how we're going to ford across. Went to rest, and then we got ambushed by bandits.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah. Do you remember what allegiance they had?
Staglord allegiance. They was carrying those amulets.
They were. Yeah. I think
they
it's
peppered our tent, so I think our tent might be in bad shape.
Your tent is in bad shape. That is indeed correct. There were stabs through it. There were arrows shot into it. But you guys fortunately managed to drive them off and thoroughly loot them as well. I believe we're finding it with Trog's, all of his spells, and Remy. Do you have any spells left right now?
Let's double check. I think I used most of them to keep Brommel from dying. I have cantrips available.
Oh, okay. And then you'll have, I guess, your focus spell as well.
Yes.
Because that can be, that's every 10 minutes you'd be able to cast that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we can assume that Vaz, Brommel, and Trog, you'll get topped up on your hit points before bedding down once again. But anything else you guys wish to, or I guess first off, anything else happened last session that you remember that we haven't talked about thus far?
Don't believe so.
Okay.
Looking at my notes here. We discussed on how to approach the hungering sword and the guy wielding it.
You have got a shifted party now, though. So.
Yeah, we kind of talked about what we would do if he didn't cooperate, which is the whole solution to violence. Other is to use persuasion, diplomatize with him, offer him perhaps a reward or land in the barony that we're going to set up. Possibly. But
well, you guys have to be selected for that first.
Yes, but we've done so many times of talking out of our rear end and making promises we're able to keep. So we might be convincing.
Be a pretty big juke in this campaign if I just decide to never make you guys Kingmakers, eh?
Well, in the nights below,
they didn't select you.
Yeah, exactly.
It was close, but
you know what they say: finders keepers, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
There was a better adventuring party that showed up just before you that they selected.
Exactly.
So close.
All right. Well, then, if there's nothing else, we can get to the present and talk about what you guys are going to do. So you will need to bed back down again. I don't remember offhand what time that the that your encounter occurred.
It was Trog. Who was it on? Was it Vaz?
What was that?
Brommel was on watch. So
yeah, Brommel was on watch, which is why he unfortunately got riddled with arrows once again.
So I believe him, Trog, and Vaz are the ones with dark vision. So it would have been past midnight, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we've usually had the later.
Yeah, the meat,
like middle of the night.
When it's lovely and dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, excuse me, guys. My goodness, so rude. The last. So then you guys will have to bed down for another few hours. But fortunately, nothing else will be disturbing your rest until the next day. I do need to make a quick set of rules for random encounters for tomorrow, though. That is way the heck up there.
Trog just had a good idea.
Yeah, what's that?
If we show them all of these tokens or whatever, I don't know exactly what they're called, that these guys carry,
yep,
it would prove to him that his enemy is our enemy.
They are silver amulets.
Yeah, so all the silver amulets prove that we are, quote unquote, on his side.
Yeah. Okay.
That we have claimed.
So then, we can assume that you guys all get your necessary hours of sleep. You're up the next morning, and believe I can't remember if you guys had late to sleep or not. But if you guys are bedding down at 10, you're probably at 8 o'clock in the mornings when you're waking up. And then you guys have your morning to get your preparations done and whatnot. I think Trog and Remy, you need to... No, Remy, you don't need to prep your spells. You just need to... Actually, neither of you guys prep spells, do you?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you're both spontaneous casters. Okay. So you guys are pretty much good to go as soon as you get up. The river is only, or should only be, a few miles away. I think you're probably within a half mile of the rivers where you camped, so it's going to be a matter of, within an hour of getting there, and then it's a matter of getting the rapids. So we're going to be in exploration mode. Is there any role that anyone wants to adopt in the exploration mode, or what actions you guys wish to be taking? If you have something you want to do, maybe put it in chat so other folks can lay claim to those.
Let me grab it. Yeah. Normally we don't do many because, because it slows us down so much. But since we're not moving very far,
yeah,
I'm just gonna grab my book real quick.
Sure. And I'm gonna get my just my calendar. So it'll be the 14th of Farast now.
Yeah, because it might be worth doing them today. Sorry, what page is that again? I should
479
on it. Yeah, I should put my bookmark there. Yeah.
Okay. And I have what I needed to load at the last minute there. Look at this, guys. I think that does a much better job of communicating what these rapids are going to be like. So, though of course it is much wider and it's a little bit steeper too, so it is going to be some fun getting across here. Then, what is the marching order? Oh, I guess so. We got Remy's doing scouting.
Does anyone have good stealth?
No.
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 Not bad still.
Trained in it.
That would help.
Trained in it.
Oh, well, it's not bad.
If I was trained in it, I'd have a slightly better stealth.
Hmm. Well, what are you thinking, Jeff?
Oh, just there's the avoid notice one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not very good at stealth.
Remember, there's a ton of skills as well that can be used, like tracking, or
like different ones.
Yeah, covering your tracks.
Put my perception to the use to.
So is everyone okay with traveling at half speed? In order.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Since we're not moving a great distance today, it might be a good time to make use of these abilities.
Yeah, so I'll do avoid notice for us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Avoid notice won't, unless you've got expert in being right, then they wouldn't. But what that'll mean is that you'll be hidden off to the side, though.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. And I think I could do investigate. It uses recall knowledge. But I'm wondering if bandit lore would substitute, since that's what we're trying to do, is kind of find his little bandit.
I absolutely buy that. Yeah.
So investigate. That's what I'll do.
Okay. And then what about you, Vaz? Are you tracking?
We'll maybe scout.
Yeah, it looks like Remy's already scouting.
Oh, he's already. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was busy reading there. Yeah, there's. Yeah, there's probably not much special I can do there then. I'll trundle along looking scary.
There is search, right?
Yeah, you're trained in survival, right?
Yeah, but then you have to move super slow.
Well,
right?
again, like that's what everyone said, that they're moving super slow. They're moving half
Right,
speed.
we're close
right.
to our.
Yeah, I was reading the bit where it's you go even slower, but no, you can just still do a the high level one at half speed. Okay, let's do that then.
Okay.
I'll be
So here-
scouring for villains.
Vaz, what is your, or here, Remy, you're scouting, which I don't think is anything. That's just a bonus to the thing. What is your bonus to bandit lore, Trog?
Is 4.
4, okay. And then Vaz, what is your survival score?
My survival is.
Yeah, because these are all secret rolls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best kind of rolls.
Survival is 4.
4, okay.
I love being level 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, if you really want to feel powerful, we can play a session with AD&D.
Oh, that's fine.
It's really all about, relative level. Okay. Then what you guys find is as you're making your way towards this, you of course hear the rapids before you get to them. And when you manage to make your way to there without any consequence, and Brommel, after going down, first in the last 2 fights you've had, it's probably not a bad idea to have you lurking on the side and letting, Vaz be as conspicuous as she possibly can be to try and draw the attention. But you guys reach the river side, and it's just you realize you're going to be shouting at one another as you're going across, and it's going to be difficult for a person 2 ahead. The plan you guys had discussed last time was tying like 10-foot ropes in between. So 2 things that now that you're down here and facing running across this stuff, there's 2 things to bear in mind. One is this going to be really hard to hear the person who is more than 1 length of rope away from you, because there's going to be an enormous amount of white noise going on. The other thing is that this is going to be a lot slipperier than what you had anticipated. The mist that's coming up has covered each of these rocks, and that's covered them for years and years and years. So there's going to be some really well set in scum on some of these rocks. What that means is that if they have not been trod on, or if you trod in a place where they haven't been stepped, it's going to be very slippery. And if you fall, even 10 feet of rope is going to give you enough space to be banging around and whatnot. Your fall will be broken by a lot of moving water and a lot of unforgiving rocks. The upside to the scum is that you might actually be able to track across these things and see where people have stepped, if you're careful, because again, that scum will be disturbed on it, and you're going to have to be careful as you're making your way there. But yeah, the walkway that you're going across is going to be, I'm assuming, at the base. It is the largest drop down, and it's the place where what you would notice, Trog, that has some actual markings on it. And you notice that there are they're subtle. It's kind of like the bandit equivalent of hobo marks, where they're leaving things to give indications, and there are markings on the side of the one of the first big rocks, probably something like here, where someone has carved in the bandit marking for hideout.
Oh, I would definitely shout that to the person in front of me and behind me.
Well, you guys aren't there yet.
I guess we're not quite. Yeah, it's not quite loud yet.
We're going to put you in the actual picture when you guys start going across.
Okay.
What you notice, though, Vaz, is as you get down near the bank here, and it's quite muddy and whatnot, it does look like there are very large prints, recent, from some animal. And you can give us a nature check if you want to take a look. You don't need to be trained in it for this stuff. Anyone who's looking at these tracks can also give us a nature check.
Oh, once he points them out?
Once he points them out, yeah.
Oh, I'm trained anyway.
Okay.
Oh, not that it did me any good.
You want to hero point that?
Oh, why not? Let's get rid of that horrible thing.
There we go. Okay.
Well,
Traditional
Trog, with
use
you.
of a hero point.
Oh, Jesus, 11. So you're looking at this thing and you're not quite sure what it is. Frog, you walk over and you look at this thing, and that's a pretty fucking big bear print.
Ooh. Guys, those are bear tracks.
Yeah.
Are they leading towards us or away from us?
At the edge.
Into the water. Probably fishing, but I've heard tale of bears eating goblins whole.
I too have heard those tales. We should keep an eye out.
You even heard them of shaking goblins so hard that their heads pop off.
Yeah.
Although, of course, that's not nearly as bad as dogs.
No.
Dogs, unlike your friendly neighborhood Kingmaker, hate dogs. So, what do you guys... And first off, everyone gets a hero point. And then next,
Nice.
what do you guys intend on doing here? Remind me again, what is... If you set yourselves up left to right, once you put yourselves on the picture of the rapids, left to right, of what order you are going across here?
I am fairly skilled with athletics and acrobatics to a certain degree. I think I should take point unless anybody else is more
If you're
dexterous or
making your way
athletic.
across, it will almost effectively ruin any tracking that anyone can do. Are you trained in survival at all?
I'm not. Maybe I won't go first then.
Well, no, it just depends on what you want to prioritize here.
Right. Do we want to prioritize tracking or not falling in?
Frog, you can track pretty well, right?
Not really.
Well, you're the lightest, so if you go over, it's easier to grab you and pull you back.
Well, I've got 4 in tracking, I guess, or survival or nature. Yeah. So I could go first.
Okay.
I think I'll go second because we need somebody strong to pull Vaz back if she falls. And then if we put Trog and then Brommel, that might... Yeah.
I'm the weakest, so small. I don't know if I can save Brommel from falling in. Maybe I should go at the end. Probably Brommel by himself could save me if I fell.
I'm just worried about if the bear pops off, he'd be able to get at you real quick.
If that bear comes, I'm jumping in the water.
You're on a rope.
I know, he's just joking.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll switch places with you, Chog. If all else fails, you could grab my tail.
I think Ramirez is going to be wearing his padded armor as he goes across the water. Don't want to be bogged down by heavy stuff.
Okay. So are you guys comfortable with that?
Yeah, that looks great.
Okay. So then, first out, any other preparations you guys are making? And what are you bringing with you as you go across? Are you bringing everything you own?
If we don't, I think if there's a bear, it's going to get into our stuff. They will go after
Anyone
our
have any
residents.
picnic baskets?
I think I'm going to take my stuff. Maybe just, tie your backpacks to the rope itself as well, just so it isn't lost as well. What do you guys think? We'll do a separate string for backpacks.
Good.
Yeah, I think probably the riskiest part would be our rations getting wet and ruined. Do you guys have anything else that would be ruined by the water?
My bowstring won't like it, but other than that, no.
I mean, I don't really have much. My bedroll will not feel nice if it's
bedroll will
wet.
It'll be twice as heavy, but
And my soap will get soggy.
The other
so.
issue, Vaz is, I'm assuming, carrying her halberd or glaive or whatever it is she uses.
Yeah, I was just wondering on that.
Like, it would be better to secure that to your backpack, or do you want to have that out?
I'd help with balance, you know.
Yeah, I won't be holding it. I guess I'll have it. You know, you could get some.
Is it the kind of scene, Kev, where we're like only on our feet and like balancing on the slippery rocks, or are we traveling in such a way that we are using our hands and like kind of, you know, walking with our hands on
It'll be a little
either
bit of
higher
both.
rocks or okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have it strapped to my back. So
Yeah, you probably
it'll
want
take me a
access to your
moment
hands.
to get it off, but.
Well, the thing is I don't think there's a way of having it as quick release to use in combat, unless you're, because like then that would equally be knocked off if you fell in the water.
Yeah.
Right. So it'd have to be secured or unsecured. And
Yeah,
it's
I
not to
guess,
say that
okay.
immediately if you fall in, it would go down, it would be lost in the water. It's just that is a possibility if it's being carried.
No, I guess I better, but.
Hey, Kev, how wide is it about where we're crossing?
The stretch of river is probably a half mile. It's a lot of, that's part of the reason why it's so popular. This river is closer to, you know, the mighty Mississippi than it is, you know, a small, you know, local river. This is a major thoroughfare. One of many, I guess, in the River Kingdoms. Why? What were you thinking?
I was just wondering if putting all four of us at risk at once is the right thing to do or not.
But
Just
we don't have
weighing
enough. Don't think we have enough rope to bridge it, so we're
No.
gonna have to.
Yeah,
No, but we could like cross in twos, like two people go across and then
yeah.
yeah, but it's so long that it's not like what are you gonna do, right?
Then
if
two
someone
of us
falls
can
in?
face the bear alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But it's a shame we don't have any like 10-foot poles with us that we could just, you know, partway across the river, jam it into the dirt, and then tie a rope to it. And
That
you know,
would be breaking Jeff's moratorium on 10-foot poles.
Yeah.
You've got a glaive. It's close.
That's the closest I'll allow.
I hear they don't exist in the new version of Pathfinder as well.
What's that?
I hear they don't exist in the next version of Pathfinder as well.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, they clued in how silly it is.
All right. So, is there anything else we need to deal with before you head out?
Just
I think Bromwell's gonna keep his sword sheathed and tied up, and he'll have his wooden shield out instead as a maybe as a flotation device in a
emergency
worst case
flotation.
scenario.
Good stuff.
Will my
Are there
metal
any,
shield help?
Are there any trees? Well, I know we don't have crafting, but this is just Ramirez saying. Are there any trees nearby, or like fallen trees we could use as, I don't know, makeshift poles we can hit in the river to cross? 'Cause-
Why don't you give us a let's have Vaz give us a survival check.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say there's one, and what that'll do is that'll give a, let's say, a +1 to someone's checks.
Okay. So let's take some time and
That is
Get
only
that.
one person who gets it, though, so who's taking the poll?
What's it going to be to get across? It'll be
it's,
athletics.
athletics, but athletics will be a higher target number than what acrobatics will be. Acrobatics will be slightly lower. And what I think we're also going to do is you guys will have to switch them up, but I will let you each also effectively support your own roll. So if you can come up with something that you think would apply for looking or trying to, you know, judge your how you're going to be making your way across here, I'll let you each support your own roll once with a non-acrobatics, non-athletics skill.
okay.
That target number is not going to be 20, though. I'm going to set that target number at something that is fit for your level. So, first up, though, is Vaz. So I guess does that, knowing that it's going to be athletics or acrobatics, does that affect anybody? Who is dog shit at those two skills?
I have a 5 for acrobatics.
Okay.
And I've got the same, but I also got a 6 for athletics. So I'm
You're pretty
Ramirez is
good.
pretty.
I think I might be in the
4
dog
and 6.
shit category. I'm a 1 and a 3.
Yeah, you might need the stick.
Yes.
Although Brahmo can... do you have swim speed?
Oh.
Great question.
So I know you got that whole breath thing, and I couldn't remember if you got...
Yeah, I have the breath thing.
We recently learned the value of having a swim speed when Sean almost lost his character down a hole underneath Paradar on Sunday. But
No.
it was
The water again.
yep, it was Sally Dumer who saved the day.
I
Turns
wish I
out-
could get back to that game.
Amongst increased speed thing in Pathfinder 2, it applies to swim speed too.
Mhm.
Super fucking cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So were you able to track that down, Jamie?
No, it doesn't look like I would have that.
Okay.
Oh.
No problem. So then, yeah, you probably don't want to fall in either. Swimming, incidentally, is one of those things where the target number is based on the difficulty of the task as opposed to your level. So I think it's a DC 20 athletics check to swim
Oh my gosh.
in this
No, that's not
like
gonna
this
be
kind of
good.
weather this
Yeah.
kind of water.
So don't fall in. Do not fall in.
Okay, so then, Baz, you were up first, and I think what I'll do is we'll just we'll advance you guys along here, inch by inch. Maybe I'll bunch you guys all up and just inch you forward here.
I think you guys noticed that Trog is very visibly nervous.
Sure, he's fine. So, Vaz, what are you going to do? What are you going to use to try and increase your chances here?
I guess I'll be working my way of just, double trying each step. Get out, give it a shove,
Okay.
check the thing's solid before I put my full weight on it.
Okay.
So I'll be slow going as I trog my way across that
So
way.
that sounds like perception to me. Is that right? For this first
Okay.
one? Okay. Give us a perception check.
Perception check.
This would be a DC 14, 1-4.
Got it.
There we go.
Vaz, 20, nice. All right, so you got +1 to your either athletics or acrobatics.
I guess I'll go athletics.
Athletics, okay. Sorry, the athletics will be 16, and acrobatics will be 13.
Oh, in that case, it's a big difference. In that case, I'll go acrobatics.
Okay.
With 1. Ah,
You want a hero point
I
that?
better hero point that.
No problem. Vaz leaps up and is at the first spot. Now, we'll assume that each of these is a 5-foot increment, so I think you need to give us another one, Vaz, to get that space started.
Okay.
So, and you have to switch things up. You can't just keep using perception. You can go back to perception afterwards, but you're going to try something different for this next one. What are you thinking?
I'll be looking for the slippery spots, trying to see if there's any signs of, lots of moss and gloop are on there. Try and step on what seems to have been washed clean of.
Okay. So are you
Of,
thinking survival or nature?
nature
Nature?
or-
Yep, I
yep.
buy that. Go ahead. Nice. Another +1. And give us another acrobatics check, please.
No.
And you're out of hero points. Okay, then, would you kindly give us a reflex save? Nat 1. Oh, God.
Oh no.
I've only
Good
got
thing
like a 50-50 chance.
Good thing you're only 5 feet away. Get back here.
Okay, so that, well, the trouble is as she falls in, What I need is for Vaz to give us another... I think this is going to be a fortitude save. Please, I'm just going to...
Oh, no.
Are you kidding me? Holy
Can I give him a
shit.
hero point?
Nope. Hey.
She just whoop clunk. Are you kidding me? Death by head high.
Cheapers. Okay, hold on. There we go. That's what I need. Sorry, I was trying to find. Here we go. All right. Eesh. Fortunately, unlike Savage Worlds, the dice don't explode in this. So, however, with a crit fail, it's double damage. Oof. So, $13 points of damage as you slip and fall. You crack your ribs and then smash your head as you're being dragged around in there. Remy, give us an athletics check, please. Nat 20. Beautiful. Vaz, you were going to have a +2 to try and get up onto... give us an athletics check to fight the current and get yourself up onto the rock. Nat 20. Beautiful. So you... What does it look like as you come scrambling out of the water and up onto the second rock that you jumped on?
Yeah, I'll be spitting water out and leap out.
Yeah.
Bloody water.
And there's a bunch of blood hanging down, or coming down from her head where she's clarked her head falling down. There is enough space, however, now. You got 2 out for Remy to start making his way out.
Can Remy throw a healing spell at her?
She is 10 feet away from you right now.
Gotcha. Well, she's within soothe range, I think.
What's the range of soothe?
30 feet.
30 feet? You're good? Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do this before I do anything else.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Impressive. Thank you.
Okay.
It's almost the max I can roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that looked like it hurt Vaz. Oh.
Oh,
Do I have to go out there?
I feel fine.
Just stay close, Trog.
You'll bounce, Trog. I'm gonna, I think, forgo trying to boost my roll just for healing Vaz there, and I'm just gonna try and follow in her steps and use acrobatics to get across.
Go ahead.
He's really nervous about falling in.
Understandably.
Yeah, hero point that.
Go right ahead.
There we go.
I love it. Don't you have to say it now? Just gonna pause and give a eyebrow shake. All right, so Remy, you leap out and you are now 5 feet away from Vaz and 5 feet away from the shore. So
And,
Vaz, there is some slack in your rope now. I think you're ready to get
Pull
yourself...
that in and get. I guess I'll move 5 feet back, right?
Well, Luna, if you want to
hunker
carry
myself
on,
down.
you can keep on going 5 feet now.
Okay.
So what I think what you guys were planning is having a 5-foot gap between each of you. Just right now, Remy is 5 feet away from the shore and 5 feet away from you. So and you can use perception again for your boost this time.
Okay, so let's do that. All right, there's perception.
Come on. Success, a +1. Give us an acrobatics check at +1 or athletics at +1.
Nope. Fail again.
Give us a reflex check, please. That's good enough. You don't fall. Then Remy, you're up next.
Remy's getting really nervous because this is a spot where Vaz went down. Could I use athletics to boost my acrobatics? Just like he's making sure that everything's stable just by,
No,
wrapping
I don't think so.
rope?
No, because
Okay.
you're choosing what approach you're using. Either it's muscles.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use perception this time. He'll give a good eye down to where the loose rocks
Okay.
were Vaz slipped and
Okay.
try to avoid that.
Yeah, and there's some nasty. Oof. Yep. +1.
Okay. Let's try that again. 0 point. Roll 20 is
2 you
trying to
rolled.
kill
Holy
us.
shit! Yeah. All right. So Remy, you are 10 feet out.
He almost slipped. You see him wobble for a
5 feet
second
away
and catch
from
himself.
Baz. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Brommel, you're up next.
All right. I think Brommel is going to try to use his knowledge of nature to find better foot placement as he's crossing.
Okay.
And so he'll try that.
It's a
Not
fail,
quite.
not a crit fail, so you're not penalizing yourself at all.
Okay.
Okay, so then it is either acrobatics or athletics.
He's gonna try acrobatics.
Acrobatics, okay.
You got that pole, so.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Was
Right, plus-
acrobatics the 13?
Acrobatics is the 13, yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
get
Acrobatics.
+1 from to your roll. Remember, don't put the plus in as well.
Okay.
Nice. Whew. All right. So you're 5 feet away from Remy, 5 feet away from the shore, which means Vaz, I guess you need to make another leap to make some space for people here.
Okay, so I'll try looking for. Yeah, that I always get
Great. That's +2.
the always get the unimportant roll right.
But you got +2 to your roll now. And there you go. Ka-choom. You're right at 5 feet away. I can move everyone over here and keep you on the... There we go. Remy, you're up next. What are you doing?
Well, this is where he's at. The only thing he can use is perception, so he's gonna just forego that one. He's gonna look around. Actually, could I use performance to like bolster, everybody's confidence, or at least Brommel's next to me and my own? Kind of like,
Yeah.
we got this.
Yep.
Just like recite a little warrior chant as we start going across.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
See
Give us so this will apply to...
Yeah, water's
Okay.
cold. Water's cold.
Brommel.
Acrobatics.
Remy turns around and starts shouting stuff at you, and all you can do is see his mouth moving.
I'm just like,
And you're like, yeah, what? I can't hear. That's a near crit. All right, so you are now 10 feet away from Brommel. Brommel, you're up next.
all right. I think in this case he is maybe he'll use his stealth ability to move slower and have really careful foot placement as he takes these next couple steps.
I don't know. I don't know if that would. What you're describing is effectively what acrobatics is. Is like the sure-footedness, that's balance. Stealth, the whole point is if there's any way that you would be able to squirrel that with not being seen or not being detected, because that's at the root, that's what stealth does.
Okay. How about maybe his esoteric lore, where he could draw on some stories of crossing the river, right?
I'm on board with that.
there's some trick.
I love Bromwell's esoteric lore coming in at random times. It's one of my favorite parts. Go right ahead.
All right.
Yep. +1.
Okay.
So
and he'll
so
do...
+2, a net +2 from your staff as well.
Okay. And don't add it to the roll; just let it roll. Okay.
Well, you add it to the roll when it asks you for a modifier. Put 2, but it's not +2.
Got it.
Perfect. Just whew. All right. So you guys can picture Vaz is now currently about 30 or almost 40 feet from shore. About 30 feet from shore. Looks 35. Remy's about 5 feet back from her. Brommel's about 5 feet back from him. And Trog, the rope is out there almost taut, 10 feet away, and they're like...
I'm honestly debating if Trog would start untying the rope. I'm not going over this water. You can see that he's like holding the rope and he's like playing with it.
Trog, give us a perception check, will you?
Yeah. Perceive. Oh.
You want to hero point that?
Yeah, okay. Sure. Let's see. Points. There we go. Perceive.
Let's see if Roll20's fucking with you today. Oh!
No.
There's something rustling in the undergrowth near you.
Oh, God. Yeah. I mean, I guess he's going to go. He's very scared.
Okay. What are you thinking as far as your
Yeah,
planning?
I don't see either adrenaline or fear of death as skills.
You know what? Why don't you give us a will save?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's let your will save be the one that informs.
Yeah, here you go. He's literally fear of death.
Yeah.
Don't tempt roll 20 with the roll.
There you go. +1.
All right, here we
So
go.
then acrobatics or athletics with +1.
Yeah, here we go. Acrobatics. He is definitely trying to move his way along. Oh!
Very close. Oh boy. All right.
Oh.
So you are now 5 feet away from everybody. So I think what we'll do, guys, is we will do one more round of rolls to get you guys out, and then that will be it. The rest of it will be, I'll tell you if we need to do something, because then it's just fishing for failures. Vaz.
Right, yeah.
What are you thinking? Well, also, Vaz has been overwhelmingly punished by being the first one out, because she's had to make the most rolls so far.
I guess I'll use survival to have a look for gaps in where the water's
Sure.
crashing down.
You could even look for tracks to see where someone else has looked stepped before. Remember, because that was the whole point of you being the first one out.
Yep, survival anyway.
Okay.
So let's do that.
Great roll. Now, you're going to get +1 to your athletics or acrobatics, but here's something else you noticed.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that scum that I mentioned has been worn away here. There's definitely someone who, within the last week, has made use of this passage.
Mm.
Now, it could very well be this is also large enough to support a bear. So this could be the path that they used to go out and go that. But and you didn't get a crit on it, but it's definitely. But you know what? If you want to inspect more on this, you can give us a nature check. I think that'll at least tell you one way or the other. Now you can't tell.
It was an animal. It wasn't a plant, guys.
Exactly. It wasn't an earth elemental stomping its way across here. All right, so then you give, you owe us either acrobatics or athletics with +1 to whichever one you choose. Look at that.
Finally.
Beautiful. All right, so Vaz is making her way out well into the river. Remy.
Remy's gonna just keep a close eye on where Vaz stepped and try to match his steps for hers. Think perception.
Perception again. Go right ahead.
Alrighty.
Jamie has summoned his familiar.
Yeah.
Nice. Whew.
Off of the top shelf when he was going to knock something over.
Then Brommel. You are
All
up
right.
next. You used esoteric lore last time. What do you want to use this time? You can go
I
back to
guess-
what you did before nature.
Yeah, I'll use nature.
Okay.
Similarly, maybe looking for spots that have been traversed recently. Yikes.
It's a fail, not a crit fail, though. So
Okay, all right. He will try his athletics here.
athletics or
Or, I'm
acrobatics?
sorry, acrobatics. Let's
Acrobatics
stick with
at
acrobatics.
+1. Come on. Nat
There.
20. Fantastic. Then Trog.
I think I'm leaning towards survival, and I imagine that it's like, it's both the survival of nature, but it's also like his survival. He is like, look, you've lived through a lot worse. These are just some wet rocks. Just one hand in front of the other. Focus on the stone in front of you.
He's also half the size of everybody else, at least. So it's got to be a much longer distance he's jumping across.
Oh, these grips are hard. Like, he's looking at the path they went, and I mean, Vaz is huge compared to him. Like, it's like, oh man.
I think Bromwell's quite tall as well.
Do you guys see those pictures that the picture I posted with our Kingmaker thing? I kept them to scale for each other.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's +1 from your survival.
Here we go. All right, acrobatics. You can do it.
Yes! Nice. All right. You guys have got your rhythm. So, as you guys are making your way out, it's about 5 minutes more of this careful, cautious, sort of skipping along. And you're seeing, you're fairly close. At times you're able to lean up against rocks where water is spilling over. You make your way behind them and then go out and are once again having to go along. You are definitely, Vaz, as you're making your way along here, finding more tracks of something passing by here. It is when you have your first kind of break, as you make your way underneath one bit of the cascade coming over, you poke out the other side and you see something, Vaz. Something that has come out of the side near where you guys were and goes up to where the those marks in the river were before.
Okay.
And it looks like this.
Ooh.
So
we're level 1.
Oh,
Kev.
good. Well, surely they wouldn't like that because they'll get all the.
You guys
will
have a
get
head
wet.
start. I have full confidence in you.
I'm glad we didn't leave our packs behind.
Yeah.
So this thing comes lumbering down on all fours, and it makes its way down to the river, and it seems to be kind of sniffing around near the edge of the river. You guys have a good 10-minute head start into the river, so you've made some good progress out here. And you guys are right now, you have concealment behind a river, or behind the waterfall coming, cascading down. But Vaz, it looks like you're going to have to go out again and then go back in, because it looks like there is a cave a little further up ahead. But if you guys are hopping out in the middle of the river, what do they call these things again? Kev's favorite.
It's yeah.
They have exceptional eyesight. So what are you thinking?
Wait, what? There's displacer otters too?
Fang dragons. And
Yeah.
I can't say I have 0 fang dragons hanging up around my house. I believe I have 3 owl bears plus some stuffed ones. So
Oh yeah, I know.
yeah.
So as soon as I get myself motivated to paint, I'm going to send you a figurine that's like an owl bear with
I still have your what do you
antlers.
call it, dice bag that you sent me too.
Mhm.
He's still up on Owly, I think, is around there. Oh, and I got fucking 2 behind me right now too. Yeah. So we got lots of owl bears. Owl bears aplenty. A parliament, some might say.
Parliament.
So, Vaz, how do you communicate that you've spotted this thing to the others?
But
Okay. And I think you each have an opportunity to sort of like peek around the corner. You can see this thing down, you can't hear it, fortunately, but it's on all fours and is sniffing around near where you guys entered the walkway or whatever else, or the things. It is easily as large as the biggest bear you have seen, too. What are you guys planning on doing?
I think you hear Trog saying, "Don't look back, don't look back." And then he turns and looks back, and he just goes white.
Wow, I didn't know goblins could change color like that.
Yeah.
He turns mint.
Yeah, mint. He's mint green instead of dark green.
So, what's the plan here?
I don't think we should stick around. We should probably press on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward is the only direction.
Yeah.
that
Do
can see.
we? What do we know about owlbears? Are they territorial or something?
I think it is an Arcana check for owlbears. Let me double check here.
Do they like water?
It depends. The winged variety, generally not. But this one has no wings. I will say that there are a lot of great owlbear illustrations, but the PF2 version, which is the one we got right here, is one of my favorites.
Have they made aquatic owlbears yet?
The snowy owlbears, I think, are aquatic. Just like, well, semi-aquatic, like polar bears.
Yeah, owlbears with a swim speed. No, thank you.
Well, and in the Kingmaker game, we used, not Kingmaker, in the Night Below game, we used winged owlbears. Because, you know, why not make a bad thing? It's like flying spiders. Okay. All right, it is... Actually, it's an animal, so it'll be a nature check. These are not aberrations, they're just nature.
It just likes fish. It just likes to fish. It's here to fish.
Anybody with nature? Do you know?
Anyone have... anyone can make the nature check. Recall knowledge doesn't require you to have training in it. All right, so here's what you know, Vaz, about these things. They're very quick. They love to grab things. And they've got pretty exceptional vision. So if this thing spots you, it might quite easily make your way out here. They aren't aquatic, generally speaking, but they do hunt in rivers. And this thing looks big enough to be able to, well, with those nasty claws, at least it'll have a pretty good time of making its way across these rocks. You're thinking back to that track that you saw on those rocks a little ways back.
Yep.
So
Better move across. Keep going.
Well, if it does see us, perhaps we should distract it with some boar meat. Just leave it as an offering and go.
It'll just float away.
Aren't we like... Oh, we're still in the water in the river?
Yeah, we're on the rocks. Kev's just not making us roll every 5 seconds to wait for us to... Otherwise, eventually we will fail and die, right?
Yeah.
Like,
while you're considering, everyone take a hero point.
Maybe the person at the back can hold it off for a while.
Fireball. I bet they burn, Trog.
It's just here to fish. It likes fish. Don't look. Go. I know you can't hear me, but that's what he's yelling. No, he's not even yelling. He's just mouthing the words. He's too scared to yell out. Doesn't want to be heard or seen.
So here's what we're going to do. We're not going to require any more athletics, acrobatics, whatever else checks for this. We're assuming you've got your footing right now. You've worked out your process. But there will be the matter of trying to not draw this thing's attention. So there will be at least one stealth check involved as you guys are making your way over. If you have other ways of making anyone less likely to draw the attention of this thing, or if you have a way of drawing its attention away from where you guys are intending on going, I'm open to hearing those as ways to affect your rolls. You can picture right now, the four of you are kind of concealed by part of the river that's cascading over. Imagine that you're just poking out from, say, underneath this thing here. You're looking out, you're gonna have to go back out onto the open river once again in order to get past the next bit, but then up ahead you can see there is that cave. While you're out there, though, you're gonna be in full view of the river, and if this thing happens to be looking for movement on the river, that might draw its attention, or at least differences in colors. I'm giving its scent right now because it's not looking for prey out there and it's distracted by the scent. I'm effectively giving it like a flat-footed penalty to its perception. So it'll be -2 to what it normally has, but they are quite... look at those big eyes. Look at
all I
those
got
big
is stealth
eyes.
checks, and I'm not particularly good at that, so...
Bramall has a thaumaturge ability for exploiting vulnerabilities that may apply. It's got a ton of text here, but it's
He's killing it with text.
it's scouring experiences and learning to identify something that might repel your foe. It essentially is using esoteric lore for me to try to come up with something to
Yeah.
repel
So
it.
success, you recall an important fact, learning its highest weakness. So that this thing doesn't have weaknesses. I don't mean that in like this thing's, fucking, what's it, Chuck Norris. But it means that like the mechanic of weaknesses, it doesn't have one.
Okay.
So that would not necessarily be helpful there. 'Cause
At the bottom of the text, it says personal antithesis, where you improvise a custom weakness. That's
by forcefully
Interesting.
presenting and empowering a piece of esoterica that repels it on an individual level. What's the range on that though? Like I can't imagine that thing can be done either only at the range of sight or without it being heard.
true. Okay. Interesting ability.
Yeah, it's a neat. Yeah, so that one would work. Yeah, the improvise thing, but you still need to make a check, right? Standard DC against it. And John's not wrong. This thing is pretty formidable for first level. So
I'm speaking from a first level perspective. That thing's terrifying. I don't want to fight it. That's just
Right.
pure in character thing.
yeah. Let me put out some other ideas too. In lieu of a stealth check, if you guys can think of other things you might try, like trying to keep yourself on the like behind a rock and make your way across in the water, you might make an athletics
how
check
about-
instead.
How about
It's going to be
like
me to try and sink into the water a bit, so I'm not so much me sticking out.
That's what I'm
maybe
thinking.
like
That would just be an athletics check as opposed to a stealth check.
Yeah.
What do you think
A
like
wee
a
bit
dis-
better than that?
what do you think like a deception check? Like we could hurl something so it sees a splash off in the distance and its eyes just dart over there to look at it.
So I'm
Well,
absolutely
I was thinking
on.
that, but it's going to make it think of there's something out there. It's going to make it
Well, and the
in
other thing is,
acquisition mode. Maybe.
you guys heard this thing from heard these rapids from hundreds of feet away before you got here. So sounds not likely, unless it's something that is deafening, it's not likely to draw its attention. And seeing something move in the water is probably less likely because there's all sorts of rapids of stones and whatnot where the water is gurgling over it. It's the fact that you guys are moving on top of these rocks. That's the thing that might draw its attention. Because you guys are something different from whatever else is going on in here. But I don't disagree with that as an idea. If you can think of something that within those circumstances that would be able to draw his attention, that's a great idea. We can say, Jeff.
Frog has an idea.
What you got?
He's thinking that maybe he could use burning hands on the water and create some sort of like steam or mist to like conceal us a little bit. Like create some
Maybe combine that with a deception roll or something.
well, just to create something like at a point when he knows we have to cross, because there's parts where we're like way more visible, right? Like we're going in and out of sort of like, so the idea is like, essentially like use the heat from the flame to make some steam. Because I mean, I'm assuming there is some mist here.
Can you click on Burning Hands? I just want to see what, I think it's like every other version of that is, or at least most of the versions are a 15-foot cone. Yes, 15-foot cone. So picture if you're in the water and what do you think this thing might see with the Burning Hands being activated?
Like it might see flames, you're thinking.
Well, it's going to be flames coming out, and they would create. I think it would create the steam, but it would be originating on you, though.
Right. You're right. I was thinking more like, when you're in a point where you're behind out of sight, making the steam, and then while it's drifting away down the river, using that as cover. Like,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. Like, don't do it right when he can see me. I agree with you. He'll see us. Like, it'll be a bright, it could even be a bright flash when he casts the spell.
What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I think if he were in his position, it's going to be difficult. He would have to be behind a rock, probably stealthily, just to even try to pull that off.
I'm all for like sticking close to the water and athletics myself through it.
And just trying to stay hidden.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And,
Vaz and Remy are going to lower themselves into the water for this portion of the river. What about Brommel and Trog?
Bromwell's going to stealth. He's going to try to hide a little.
Just like stay low into the
Conceal.
thing. Okay. And what about Trog?
I'm assuming we're going to go half speed when we do this, right? Just to stay unnoticed.
guys should drop
No,
him in the
I
water.
mean, we're not really. We're kind of abstracting this just down to a single dice roll.
Okay.
And the consequences of the fail, like Brommel's consequence of fail is going to be that this thing would spot him. Your consequence of fail for those in the water is that you guys are going to have to make saves again. Because you're trying to like not be dragged away by the power of the river.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Trog sees that they're going in the water and, you know...
So it's untying the rope once again.
Hey, if you want a piggyback ride, I'll give you one.
No, I think he is gonna do that. He is gonna go in the water, but he is like, I don't know. It's like heading into
You're
the
already
worst
short.
thing.
You're already short. You can hide better than the rest of us just by hide alone. See if you can go with Brommel and hide.
Yeah, but I have to have stealth.
I mean, you can try it without training in it, but I'm assuming you're saying that you're not great at it.
Yeah.
Are you much
Yeah.
better at athletics?
No. I'm not good at either of those. I have 0 athletics.
But you got a whole bunch of hero points.
I do have a couple of hero points.
I would say do the thing that doesn't involve you like bouncing down the river.
All right.
Okay.
He'll try and hide, but he is not very confident.
All right, so then why don't we go left to right once again here? So Vaz, you are up first. Let me think here. The DC for this. Oh shit. I'm assuming you're bracing yourself and like you're more walking across this than you are actually swimming. So I'm going to set a DC not at the 20 for trying to swim in this. DC will be 15. 1-5. You want to hear point that?
I guess, yep.
Here's the alternative if you don't.
there we go.
Look at that. So Vaz, you're easily able to. What do we see? You know, as you're ramboing your way across here. First blood, I mean.
Yeah. I dip down under the water, so it's just my head sticking out as I rip my way along there through strength and
Yeah.
against the water.
So she makes her
Rippling of
way
muscles
in.
under the water.
What's under the water?
Rippling of muscles under the water.
So she makes her way out across to the midpoint, and then is on towards where you're gonna be able to crawl out and make your way into that cave. Remy.
Remy is attempting to stay extremely close to Vaz's wake so it is easier to get by.
Okay. Go ahead.
Although that has no mechanical value.
Give us an athletics.
Okay, I'm spending that point again.
You're
Come
gonna
on. Oh, damn it.
So it's not a crit fail. So would you give us an reflexes check, please, or save?
The wake was the bad idea.
So you are just barely holding on there. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to progress with that. So you're currently stuck in the middle there. Let's have Brommel give us a stealth check. Let me see here. Distracted. Okay, go ahead and give us a stealth check. Oh,
Like a serpent.
that's really, really close. Are we missing any modifiers?
Double checking. No, I don't see any.
Okay. Do you wish to hero point that?
That was a really good roll.
It's a really good roll. 16.
You
Yeah.
could make it worse.
It's a fail right now.
Yeah, if I'm spotted, I'm spotted. So I'll spend the point. I got a bunch of these. Let's
Okay.
see if I can beat a 16.
Gotta make room for that next one. It's coming at 9.
All right.
Come on.
Same roll.
Oh, jeez, game. All right, so on the edge of the bank, as you sort of are making your way across, this thing turns and then it rears itself up to the height that you can see, and its head kind of like does that owl thing where it turns all the way upside down, as if it's trying to see. It hasn't started moving yet. Then Trog, would you give us a stealth check, please?
Oh, man, if Rommel couldn't do it.
At 20s.
That's 20. Please.
All right.
Roll for the 5% check.
There it is.
There you go! Beautiful!
Oh my goodness.
All right. So Trog, in spite of your doubts, you're unbelievably hard to spot for this thing. You almost look like a salmon jumping out of the river,
Yeah.
like one to the.
I think his nervous movements probably do look like some kind of a fish or something.
But as they're making your way across, you can see Remy seems to have got himself stuck behind a rock. So Remy, would you give us? Are you just going to try and push, like muscle yourself across here? Or are you going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to muscle through. I mean.
Yep. Give us an athletics check, please.
There.
There you go. Nice.
He got like an ankle stuck in a freaking rock, and he just rips it out and pushes through.
Its leg comes off.
No.
All right, I'm just checking here. Let's see. Do we have... Okay, that's set up properly. All right. So then you guys will be clambering your way up into a cave. I think I did this already. I'm just double checking, make sure everyone's... Look at that. Guys, that is some proactive shit. Getting all your tokens set up properly. Let me show you where you guys are coming into. Okay. I'll put you in the order. Oh, god dang. I cut and paste a little too close, so Vaz, you are off in the ether right now. There we go. Vaz has disappeared altogether. Vaz, and then it was Remy, and then it was Brommel, and then it was Trog. Stealth Master, no wonder you were hard to find. And nat 20s on your stealth, my goodness.
Goodness. Lately, Roll20's been giving me, I wouldn't say better rolls, but more dramatic rolls.
You've had some real doozies in our Savage World sessions in the last little
Yeah,
bit.
that's what I'm saying. Like dramatic timing on the rolls lately.
Okay, so as you're making your way into the cave, Remy, you are going to be utterly blind because I think you're the only one without dark vision among the party. We talked before about how you guys are bringing your treated torches, though.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't going to be a timeline here, so I'm not going to make you bother to roll for it. If you're planning on using a torch or something like that. Okay, so torches, oh, you know, I think it's on your token already. But let me see here. What's the distance? 20 foot and 20 foot dim. Okay. 20 foot bright. And 20 foot dim. Dim bulb. There we go. Let me bring you into the cave here, guys.
One day I will have dark vision, but it is not today.
There we go. Well, you can do what Dr. Ursprung did and gouge your eyes out and put new ones in with the feet.
Don't tempt me.
He is a patchwork man, so that is sort of, you know, not an unprecedented thing for him. So, guys, here's what you find.
He's very good. He's very technical. He could do it with his feet. Other people did it with their hands.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I got to put one thing in here.
Maybe what? Chop off his feet and put monkey hands on his feet?
Yep.
Okay. I need to find... There he is. This is a similar thing where in our Ash game we found the Monkey Meister, a cybernetic mad genius who had a bunch of cybernetic monkeys or apes under his control. We haven't seen him in a while. It seems like the perfect opportunity.
That's perfect.
Bring him back.
Bring back the shaggy demon monkeys.
Shaggy demon monkeys could be in service to the Monkey Meister. So this is all coming together.
Monkey Meister sounds like a
do we have time
B-rate
to
villain.
Monkey Meister was a lot of fun to do. I think it was one of the first times I did a like faux Russian accent for a villain. All right. I think I've got that.
do we have time to stop, draw breath, and unpack?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, good.
Do we know if we're expecting more crossing water in our near future, or did we make it across the river?
No. This is only the first of the caves you have come across. Remember that there are several that are said to be in here.
Okay.
So you can choose whether you wish to carry on in here or not.
Yeah, I'm debating whether to switch to my armor or keep my padded on.
How much time did you take to put it on?
5 minutes.
Probably 5 minutes to get the halberd unlashed and then get it lashed again, or get everything else set up. So you're fine with you changing into it.
Okay.
I think it's probably worth it. Like for every cave we stop in, taking the 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah. And if somebody was wounded, I'd probably use my him to heal them up. But I got lucky hitting Baz with an almost max soothe spell.
Here, so I had it on. Where? This, incidentally, this is the Monkey Meister.
Oh, I can't see it. It's in the dark.
There you go.
it's in the dark.
Nice.
There's the Monkey Meister.
But that's a silverback gorilla.
Yep, a cybernetically enhanced silverback gorilla. So really a cyberback gorilla.
Nice.
All right. That campaign was bonkers. It was secretly an homage to Masters of the Universe. So I had like Beastman in there, and we had Merman and a bunch of stuff.
Did you use that? There was a very intelligent gorilla when I played Champions way back in the day.
Yes.
In that one campaign.
Yep. That was that is a running trope. This is an aside, but like there was an editor for DC Comics named Julia Schwartz, who in the 60s eventually put a moratorium on putting apes on the cover of comics because traditionally when you had an ape on the cover of the comic, it would sell better than any other comic. So they had to put a moratorium on how many apes you could have on the newsstand in any given month because so many people were putting fucking monkeys on the cover. So
That's crazy.
all right, apes technically on the cover, not monkeys. All right, so then guys, this is what you've come into. You can hear the further you get into this cave, Trog, like almost right behind you is where it sort of drops off down back into where you guys were walking along. Do I have a dripping sound in here? I have rain. Guys, I'd be robbing you if I didn't give you the... I need to check if something's leaking in here. Sound effect. Let's see. I'll get this for you. What is... You guys... While I'm doing this, you guys can work out your marching order if you like.
I guess shall I go first again?
Well, I think me and you are the most heavily armored of the group, so maybe it's you and me.
Yep.
Are you doing okay at the back, Trog, or?
I'm very happy back here.
Okay, we'll keep the same order then, it looks like.
I mean, I could go a little bit further with my torch, but you see further than me, so.
Okay, let's see here, guys. Here we go. Making sure it's not drowning you guys out.
Cabin of Lost Souls. Love that one.
Okay. There we go.
That's a good one.
Okay. So let's go. I think what we'll do is, why don't we put, go ahead and click on initiative, guys. I'm just going to put you in your marching order, and then we'll just go down the line until something changes.
Where'd my character sheet go?
Behind one of the
Oh, hold
avatars.
up. Sorry, guys. I forgot to remove all turns.
Oh, it's behind the turn thing. That's
here
why
we
I
go.
can't find it.
Remy, I'll give you your... Oh, here. I'll move
Am I
that.
able to use stealth?
Yes,
here?
absolutely. For rolling initiative?
Okay.
Yep, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, so there you are, Remy. Brommel's in there. And to be honest, I'm going to put you in the order of your... Oh, did you click on your token, Vaz?
Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Well, let me try.
Yeah, because you rolled initiative. That's weird. Here, I'll put you in. You know, it's kind of a lazy. So your marching order, is it going to be Vaz, Remy, Brommel, and Trog?
Yeah.
Okay. So Vaz.
Let me move forward.
Yep.
My
Get 3
5,
actions.
10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, that's one action.
Okay. So each of these goes down about 5 feet.
3, 4, 5. Down again.
Okay.
And I guess I'll go 1, 2, 5 as well.
Okay. Vaz, it's strange. There's something... You have to give us a seek action next turn, but there's something strange about a pile of rocks right around here.
Oh, okay.
Remy, you're up. Actually, let me
One move
zoom
action.
out a scooch here.
I think I caught sight of Vaz down here,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna. Can't really see anything, so I'm gonna just keep up near her.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. I think, let me see. How much can you see? Oh, Anna says careful. Don't spoil it, Anna. Don't spoil it.
About this far away is what I can
Right
see.
around
40 feet.
here, you can see there is a pile of rocks as well, too. And it looks like there might be something in it. Brommel. You're up next.
Right. He's gonna need to follow these guys. 4, 5.
Just leaps down the cliff.
Okay. And then Trog.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I guess he moves again. 1, 2, 3. 9,
Anna says careful.
4, 5. Okay. He's
Remember,
slow.
each of those drops is 5 feet.
Oh, like each of the. Oh, so it takes 5 feet of your movement. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's
like, well,
actually
I mean, what you
here.
can do
Yeah.
is if you can move down the steps here,
Yeah.
or you can leap down, but it's 5 feet down, and it's
No,
pretty,
he's not jumping.
pretty
He's-
slick in here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seemed to, you know, the rocks seemed pretty forgiving when she jumped down.
No.
I mean, apart from the, you know, head laceration. All right, so Vaz. As I said, there's a pile of rocks down there that you've seen that looks like there might be something stuck in it, and it's not like a pile of, like, you know, of rocks like a cairn or something like that. It looks like something has collapsed. These are big, heavy fucking rocks.
Okay, so I'll do a seek action.
Sure. Give us a perception check, please. Okay. What you can see is, for one, the rocks seem to have, and again, these are pretty fucking big rocks. These things got to be like 80 feet, or 80 feet, 80 pounds each, or 80 to 100 each. They're very heavy. and they look like they've tumbled down around something. You can see that there is a spray of blood on this, where it looks like something bled out around and on these rocks. And what is sticking out is a boot that holds a crudely cut off bone. There is a bone, and likely beneath it, a foot underneath the rocks that someone has hacked apart in order to get free.
Ew.
The blood is all dried, or at least caked on in the way that like a wet, cave like this would be, and the meat has all rotted away along the side of this bone. So it's not something that's happened, yesterday or the day before. So that was one action. Nice.
So we're looking for a one-legged. So I guess I'll move forward, but I'm looking to see that. I guess I'll seek again. I'll move, but with a seek to avoid, see if there's anything that's going to fall down as well.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be about that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's cool. Okay, that would be all my actions then.
All right, so you're right near where the thing is. Now that you're actually up closer to, you can see this looks like it was a trap. This is not a matter of mishap where things have tumbled down. There's busted bits of wood and whatnot that would have made up some kind of deadfall trap in here. So it looks like someone had caught in a trap. Nothing else in here looks to be anything other than a natural cavern. This is otherwise just a normal natural cavern. Remy.
I think Remy's gonna come over here and just hop down the side, right down here.
Okay, if you're gonna spend your full, if you're gonna treat it as difficult terrain, then there's no need to make any checks.
I'm just gonna. I'm picturing him like, scooting down, getting crouched down, and just hopping down.
Yep.
Just slowly,
Scoot
carefully.
your butt over, no problem.
Yeah.
I'll go on hiking with people like that.
It's better than falling and eating dirt.
Heck yeah. So that's one action. You have 2 more.
Okay. I'm gonna come down here and see if there's an opening. There's a dead end over here. Looks like it.
Appears to be, yeah.
And he's just gonna come back this way and light it up a bit.
All right. Brommel.
All right. I don't know that he would know that this is a dead end, so he's probably just gonna continue towards Vaz.
Okay.
2, 3, 5. So down the steps there.
Okay.
And he's not. Can he try a perception check here to search in this area?
Yeah. To search or to seek?
Seek, sorry.
Okay.
Seek.
Or is it to find and not yield?
Which is the one that looks for traps?
For those notorious Tennyson fans we have out there. All right, sorry. Go ahead and give us Brommel. So Brommel, where is it? Are you looking at the pile of rocks that you saw there, or around the area? What is it you're looking for?
Yeah, I think the origin of the rock fall.
Okay, the rock. It's as I described to Vaz. It's definitely a man-made trap that was set up in here.
Okay.
Pretty clever too. See, so I think you still one more action, don't you?
Yeah. How difficult? There's a leg sticking out, right? At this point,
it looks like one conceivable explanation is that this shit fell down on a single person and they were unable to get their foot out in any other way.
don't know that he'll mess with the foot anymore, so he'll just continue in this direction towards where Remy headed.
Okay. Trog.
Hey, Trog is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can see the foot in the stone now.
Ugh.
And I think the rules are whoever draws the foot rules Britain. So.
So he's going to ignore the foot. 1, 2, 3.
That's why a lot of British still use feet rather than meters.
Exactly.
I'm like right here with Baz. Like these are kind of like actual steps, right, Kev? These ones are.
Yeah, they look like they're steps, or at least it's they're worn enough for someone to use as steps. Like, you're aware that these caves have been used as places for bandits to hide for centuries, probably.
Right.
Right. The history of the river kingdoms and the northern regions here are pretty rife with a lot of instability. And remember that this is pretty close to where Brevoy would have been, and the people would have been driven out when the Conqueror came in, Coral the Conqueror, with his dragons, and driven people out. Yeah. If I get any, incidentally, for those listening at home, if I get any of that wrong, I'm going off of memory for what all these things are called. So if I get it wrong, I do apologize. Fill in the correct names as you will. But I think that's what it is. So there would have been people hiding out here, like rebels or whatnot, may have even used these things.
Yeah. Can I check? I want to try and check the stairs and see if I can tell if anyone has been using them recently.
Sure.
Other than like us, right?
Yeah. Give us a survival check, please.
Yeah. I'm going to try anyway. Here we go.
Yeah. You want to hero point that, or?
No, not for this. He's he's doing the best he can sort of as he walks by.
Did I give you guys your hero point for 9 o'clock? I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not.
Can't get your hero point.
Nice.
So what you can tell?
I'm still not going to do it on this though.
No, and I think like there's just, because of where the trap has sprung, there's sort of a channel through which everyone else has passed. So there's either rocks trapping a severed foot on one side, or there is where everyone else walked, or at least where Bramwell and Vaz walked.
Right. It's all. Yeah. Okay.
So you can't quite tell.
No, and that's fine.
I think that's only 2 actions. I think you still have 1 more.
Oh no, I moved twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anna says to be careful. Let's do 1 more turn, then we'll take our mid-session break.
Being careful.
Vaz, what are you doing?
I am going to.
Who the heck? There must be a dog outside.
3, 4,
Your puppy
5,
outside. Let's see. There is a puppy
2,
taking a dump
3.
on my lawn.
Oh my goodness.
5.
The owner's got her little doggy bag out anyway, so.
Yeah.
Good owner.
Yeah, but that's enough to piss Anna off, man.
She's just reminding him, scoop that shit. Scoop that shit. Okay, so that was 2 moves.
I'll do a seek.
Sure, give us a
Let's see if I
perception
can
check.
pick anything up.
So what you can assume, guys, is however much distance that the illustration covers here, that's how far down it'll be. So like this here is about 10 feet. Ditto for this, ditto for this. So it's a farther drop down for some of these. And then it gets more narrow or more gentle going down. Okay. So Vaz, you're there. You think you can hear deeper in the cavern, something is muttering. There's no light down there whatsoever, so if something is in there, they either have dark vision or they have no light whatsoever and cannot see, other than Remy's big bright light that's being carried through here. The ceiling in here, incidentally, it starts, like it's all level throughout here. So I'm picturing the ceiling in here would be about 10 feet up when you walk in, and then progressively it's going to be higher and higher and higher up. Speaking of, let me quickly, I've got the Piercer stats in here somewhere. Where is... Yes, okay, good. Ooh. Okay, so that is Vaz. Do you say anything, Vaz? You could say anything to your allies. I mean, you can't point out. I guess you can't do a point out because you'd use up all your time. Okay, so that's what you hear.
Let's go. Something's here.
Sure. Remy, what are you doing?
Oh, really? What's here? He moves up here.
So there's a good 10, 15 foot drop over here, Remy. And then there is this collapsed stalactite.
Okay, well, Remy is nothing if not brave, so he's going to hop up on this thing and start making his way down.
Would you give us a acrobatics check, please? You want to hear a
Remy
point then?
falls off the stone phallus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's better.
So you got yourself, yeah, you can feel free to keep moving on that, although it's going to be difficult to range. You'll have to move at half speed.
Okay, so that'll get me half speed to continue my movement.
Well, so it would have been climbing up there or leaping up there. That's one of your movement. Your second movement is moving your way down at half speed. One more action.
Okay. Then he's gonna, I think, stay there on the middle of it and just look around and listen and try to find what Vaz was talking about.
Yeah. Give us a perception check, please. Nice.
Ooh.
There
What
is
sparkles
definitely
in the
something
distance?
that is making a sound muttering, and it seems to be getting closer.
Well, that's my actions.
Okay. Then it is Brommel's turn. You know, Brommel.
Okay, he is following suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, he's on the edge here. Is he able to see or hear anything from that position as well?
You could give us a seek check again.
Okay. No.
Mm. You want to hear a point that? Or?
Got a lot.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
He's chock full of them. Let's try it.
And as we've established, my compensation is tied to the use of narrative metacurrencies, so... Okay. You're not quite hearing what they're talking about. Remy seems to be focused on something out there, but he's currently standing about 10 feet above the surface. About 7 feet above the surface.
Then he's gonna head down with his last action to the bottom of the...
So that's a 10-foot drop, though. So you'd have to give us an athletics check to clamber down there.
Okay.
Okay. Let me check what the difficulty would be for that. Oh, unfortunately I have it open already. Nice. This would be a 15.
15, I'll try it.
Do you have any bonus? Look at that, no problem. So, Brawl, you drop down. All right, then Trog.
Okay, Trog is gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he's gonna move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then as he's moving his last 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's gonna say, "What are you guys whispering about?"
What was that, Jeff? Sorry, you pixelated a bit.
Oh, sorry. What are you guys whispering about? He's
And
whispering.
it carries out over there.
Yeah.
Remy and Vaz, you can hear. Or somewhere deeper in the cave. Before we get to Vaz's turn, let's take our mid-session break, and then we'll come back and see what happens next. So, for those listening at home, we'll be back momentarily.
Yeah, I haven't played with you in the past. I'm like having a flashback to the last underground stuff, and I'm like, no, no. Already break time. Okay, Jeff, how much you want to bet on what's coming next?
Do you think you know what it is?
Rotted away foot, trapped under rubble, almost language being muttered in the darkness that we can't quite make out. Dim dark cave. I don't know if I want to make a prediction and ruin it for our viewers, but I'm going to
Evil
say
sorcerers.
starts with a G and ends with an ool.
Could be.
Kevin is amazing at storytelling.
Oh, yeah. I apologize if my chips are crunchy.
Oh, it's okay. I was shoving my stuff in my face earlier. Had some Chinese food.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I know it's not very great etiquette to eat on stream, but
If they're our audience, they've seen us do it
Needs
hundreds of
must.
times.
oh, Jamie's cat has taken his place.
He just, beast sensing through his familiar.
Yeah, he's left his familiar and had to kick him out.
Come on. And has decided it's the time of night to play with the wires. You stay away from those. All right. Oh, we're waiting for Jamie to get back.
Oh.
Hold on.
Sorry, I'm back.
Did we want to plug in that 13 for Vaz's initiative? It's still at 0.
I can re-roll it if you like.
We only need it in order, though. You guys,
Oh.
I'm assuming you guys would have delayed or whatnot to get yourself into the order that you're moving in. So, all right, then. It is Vaz's turn once again. So you heard that sound coming from somewhere down there. What kind of
Can we tell the direction?
Down.
Roughly.
Somewhere down there.
Uh-huh.
Really wish I had the
I
lights go
guess
right
I'll
now.
do the same then, so I'll go 1, 2, 3. Try and scramble up there, but not near the edge.
Okay. Which give us an over here. Give us a acrobatics check, please. Really, this is just for moving. Yep, no problem. You can move through friendly squares, remember. So you can move at half speed.
1, 2, 3. 3.
Okay. All right, then. One moment. Or Remy goes. I have one other participant who'd like to go. What you see, and let me see how far your light goes, Remy. What you see, Remy, because you're the one who really has the lighting. At the very edge of your vision, right in front of where Vaz is, you can see that when Vaz, give us a perception check too, please. Nice. All right. What you see is Vaz is about to swing her halberd because right in front of Vaz, so a direct line from you down to Vaz, 1 square ahead, you see clambering up from the surface there is, you think, likely the most emaciated man that you have ever seen, a human, but his face has all stretched back from the desiccation of his skin. Many of his teeth have fallen out from hunger. It looks from his arm as if he may have been gnawing on it at one point until it withered away to dried flesh. But the thing that really draws your attention is the busted stump of his foot that clatters on the ground as he pulls himself up and runs hungrily towards Vaz. The tattered remnants of his...
Runs or hops.
Right? Well, he doesn't hop because he's still able to run on it. If he had any sensation for pain or whatnot left, it would be agony to be slamming that foot down, but he carries on. Vaz, what I got you to roll for is to see whether you were going to spot this guy before he gets up, and you did. So you get your attack of opportunity with your halberd. Don't roll a 1 or you're going to fall. Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
There you go.
Hero points.
Do you have no hero points left?
No hero points. Yeah.
Wait, you didn't add one at 8?
Yeah, he did, but he spent it on his... what did you spend it on?
I don't think he did.
Let's see, is there...
Don't spend anything in here.
Yeah, you should have one.
Yeah,
You should have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
well,
got
let's
one
get
at
rid
9
of...
o'clock.
My bad, then let's...
Spend that.
Let's try that one again.
Yeah, go right ahead. All right, so that is better. You do not fall, but you unfortunately miss as this thing... He moves incredibly quickly. Unfortunately, he's only able to get one attack off on you, and thank God you're not prone, because it looks like he'd be tucking right into you right away. Like a Thanksgiving ham. I don't think we have ham at Thanksgiving generally, so I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I take it you gather my meaning. Ooh, let's go with some jaws. So this thing, he's immediately trying to bite you, Vaz. This footless fellow. Oh, fuck me. I rolled a 28.
Well, that's a critical.
Okay. Wow, I rolled a 19 on this. This is not the typical thing of like, as soon as a monster comes out, it gets a crit on you.
It's pretty par for the course.
I rolled a 19 though, so that's why that's coming in. All right, so you're taking 9 points of damage, and would you kindly give us a I think it's a fortitude save, please. Let's see here. Yes, fortitude save. Oh. So, unfortunately, as this thing sinks its teeth and it begins... Well, I guess there's a fortunate and there's unfortunate. The fortunate thing is, as this thing begins gnawing on your arm and you pull it away and it pushes its face in and starts gnawing on your chest, the pain almost immediately subsides as your limb and your chest go numb. But then that numbness spreads throughout your body and you're paralyzed.
Oh, no, that's not good.
Remy, you're up next. You see this Vaz lets out maybe a bit of a scream, but then immediately falls silent, and all you can hear is just as it's trying to dig its teeth into her. What would you like to do?
I have a question.
Yes.
What check would I need to like leap down from here and get into this spot in one action?
I think an acrobatics check to leap down without suffering any injury.
Okay, so we'll start with that, acrobatics.
Okay. That's not far off, but not quite good enough.
Could I take damage and keep going, or?
Yeah,
or just...
yeah, you can just leap down.
Yeah, let's just say I'll take the damage. But
So 5 points of damage.
Ouch.
That's one action. You have 2 more.
Okay, so I'm down there.
Okay.
I want to move up here, and I'm going to attempt to
Go ahead.
attempt to shove him off the edge of the cliff
Okay, give
to
us
get him
an
away from Vaz.
athletics check, please.
Come on, dice gods, help me save my friend. Fuck.
Oh.
You want a hero point? Oh, you have none
No.
left.
Nope.
However, you do push against him, and this. Remember how moist it is in here. The clothes that are on him all tear away in disgusting, wet slag, and you run across his flesh, and some of that is being sloughed off as well too. That's going to a smell that's going to take a while to get off. Brommel, what are you doing? Oh, you might be muted, Jamie. Sorry. And
Thanks. I assume this raised area blocks him from seeing the footless fellow.
I think you can hear what's going on. Getting there is going to be challenging. It'll have to be crossing difficult terrain. Because that blocks you getting into, unless you hop up on top and try and attack down, that will likewise block your way. But you can, at this point, it's just difficult terrain. Each of those squares will be difficult terrain.
Okay. Then he is gonna try to go up there and with his first action.
Okay. I think you can move underneath these things. This is because this is hanging down from a 15-foot thing. If you want to move under that and then down a different way, you could certainly do that.
I see. Yeah, that would be better.
Okay.
All right, so he'll come up there and then to there. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. And then I'm able to think at that point get his short bow out and with his last action take a shot at the footless fellow.
Go right ahead.
Okay. There we go.
That's going to go wide. You've got a bevy of hero points, so you want to give a...
I am gonna use one here.
Go right ahead. Come on. Nice! Now, unfortunately, this thing is immune to crits. So it sinks in, and I think it's what you would think would be, you sink an arrow all the way in and through its eye. But that just causes it looks up, its mouth covered in gore from orc, and then going back down with that arrow still sticking out. Trog.
Okay. First, he's going to move down this face that's like equivalent to a 2-story building for him.
Yeah.
So that's acrobatics to move down there?
Athletics to climb.
Oh, athletics to climb.
Or are you trying to climb? It's acrobatics to go down the pillar.
Oh.
Athletics to go down the wall.
Then he would probably take the pillar because he is much better. He's not a good climber.
Okay. Give us an acrobatics check, please.
Oh.
Son of... So you're clambering up there. You want to hero point that? You got 3.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Can do better than that.
There you go. Okay. So that's 1 action to get up there. 2 more actions.
And then what about moving along it?
It is difficult terrain, so every square counts as 2.
Oh, okay. So 1, 2. Oh, he can only move 2 squares. Yeah. And that's all his... well, he has 1 more action, but he can't get a spell. All his spells...
I think most of your spells are 2 action things.
Yeah, that's what I think so, too.
Okay.
Use flame... Where the heck does it say it?
It'll say...
Oh, there, 2. Okay, I found it. Never mind. Yep, they're all 2 action. Every single spell.
Anything else? Anything you want to draw or bring up?
Oh, actually, my focus spell is only 1 action.
You want to unleash your blob of fire?
Yeah, I'm gonna unleash a blob of fire on him.
Go right ahead.
Here we go.
I can't remember if it's a roll or a...
It is a roll, and that is a horrible roll.
Yeah, you want to hero point that?
Yep, let's just blow through all these hero points I've been saving up.
Oh, come on.
That's a little better.
Unfortunately, not for this thing. This thing is pretty quick. All right. For a footless fellow, he seems to be pretty light on his feet or foot. Vaz. Now, I believe... here it is. Paralysis. A new save at the end of each of its turns, with a decrease in 1 on its save for each such save. So the first one is going to be the same DC as what you're saving against before. So give us a fortitude save. That is enough. You have recovered, so next turn you'll be able to act.
Okay, cool.
But this footless fellow is going to try and bite you again. Fortunately, you're not flat-footed. There are far too many F's in that sentence. I'm just warming up for our outro, which will be J-heavy. So, here we go. First, he's going to try and get you once again. Are you fucking kidding me? 19 again.
Again. Okay, another crit.
Another crit. So here we go. That is 5, 6, 7 points of damage. And then again, the fortitude save, please.
Yep, failed that.
So you're free, and you sort of like brought your arm up, and this thing starts chomping into your arm and going along. Its second attack is going to try...
Oh, come on. I'm there too.
Yeah, but you don't taste like orc. If you've never had it before, it's a little gamey at first, but very, very flavorful. It tears a strip off of Vaz and snaps it down, and you think you can see its horrific flesh begins stitching back together from where your arrow damaged it. It sort of grows around the shaft, and then it like slowly is pushing itself out the back of his head. And then for its final action, it will... Oh. It's going to try and take another bite out of the brisket area. Let's see here. That is a nat 1. So it's gumming along on your armor, Vaz, and unfortunately, you can't even move your eyes down to see what's going on, and you have no sensation down there. So you have no idea whether it's chewing away your innards or whether it's failing. Remy, you're up next. What are you doing?
Alrighty, I'm going to do a flurry of actions.
Okay.
First action, Inspire Courage.
Okay.
Second action, True Strike.
Now, hold on. That is, I'm just double checking, that is not something that triggers opportunity actions.
No.
Okay.
Well, True Strike is verbal, so it doesn't.
Okay.
And then for my last action, I'm going to, once again, try to kick it down the cliff. I'm going to roll twice.
Okay.
And I get a +1 because of Inspire Courage.
Okay.
And...
Oh, come on.
Come on. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Now, that gets a chance. Hold on here. Remember what that is. Okay.
To grab the ledge, I think.
Yeah. Well, also, I want to see what you're trying to shove against, because that still might not be enough.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
I rolled a 17 on that one, and I hope it's enough.
Yeah. Well, do better next time. No, you are. But it is. Yes, and I will let it make its save. It does. So you push it back, and this thing nimbly clambers onto the side, and you can see all of its muscles are tensing up like it's going to leap next turn.
Okay.
Rommel, what are you doing?
All right, Brommel is he's gonna continue to take some arrow shots at this
Because
creature.
of where it's hanging off the side, it's going to have cover against you.
Yeah. If you move over here, you might be able to get a clean shot at it.
Yeah, Yeah, let me see if I can get
And I wish
that
you luck.
location. And from this location, would he have a better vantage point at the fellow?
Yes, and then you can get a shot without getting cover, or him getting cover.
All right.
You get a +1.
22. Sounds good.
Oh, sure, your shot. Yeah, 22. That is a hit, not a crit. You graze this thing's back. You have one more action.
All right, then we're gonna do a second
Shot.
arrow. Oops. There we
So
go.
attack number 2. That one is unfortunately a miss. Let's see what hero point that.
I'll save my last hero point for now.
Okay. Trog, what are you doing?
Okay, first thing that Trog is doing casting 2 action heal on Vaz.
Oh,
Okay. Nice.
thank you.
All right, so he's filled up the buffet.
So you get
15 points.
15 hit points.
Ooh, nearly back to total.
What does it look like as
Cool.
Trog
Thank you.
unleashes his healing?
Yeah, I think I said previously it's like a warm wave of energy.
All
Like you're in a
right.
sauna, but a nice sauna.
Nice. And then,
Vaz doesn't approve of magic, but it's winning on her. It's winning.
And now, Kev, does it get easier to jump down the farther I move along this thing?
yeah, like so long as you move to where that fracture is, you're gonna be able to hop down without difficulty.
Okay, yeah. So he'll move his 2 actions there to get to the low part. Yeah, so he can jump down next turn.
All right. Vaz, would you give us a fortitude save once again?
Got this, Vaz.
Come on. Yes. So you recover at the end of your round. The footless fellow.
Yay!
Then let's see here.
Jeez.
I plan on hitting him so damn hard.
So here's the thing. This thing springs off of the floor and lands next to where he is, and because of the nature of this movement, does not trigger any reactions. So no opportunity attack, unfortunately. Then he is going to... Oh, there's a tasty little Trog here, too. Guys, this is really a case of like, cake or ice cream? Cake or ice cream? Or cake and ice cream. Let's go for... Vaz, we'll go for you a bite first. Once again, let's try not to roll... So I rolled a 27 this time. I rolled a 16, not a 19. Is
No,
that a
it's
crit?
not a critical then.
Not
It's
a crit.
then.
Awesome. So you take 7 points of damage. I rolled shit from my crits damage. 7 points of damage, and I need another fortitude save from you.
7 points. Let's do that one first. 13. And a fortitude save. Always fail at that time. Crit
That's
fail as well.
probably the worst thing ever.
Fortunately, the crit fail on this one doesn't do anything. So you're fortunate here, but you have locked up once again. It is then going to chomp on your back and pull a strip out of your trap and chomp it down once again. And it
Red
is
light, green light, red light, green light.
healed itself some more. Remy, what are you doing?
Oh man. Okay. I'm gonna spend an action to keep Inspire Courage up,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use a Phase Bolt cantrip to try to hit it.
Everyone gets a hero point, by the way. I fucking
Yay.
missed it at 9:30. And
Phase
you're
Bolt
doing. So
attack.
what are you doing?
Phase Bolt cantrip.
Phase bolt cantrip. Okay. Not 20. Nice. Unfortunately, crit doesn't work on this thing. So a magic. Anything else I need to know?
Nope. If
Nice.
it had basically if it had a shield or something up, it would bypass it, but
Okay.
it doesn't.
Yeah. So you blow through some of this thing's more of its sickly, disgusting clinging on clothes are blown away. It blows out the back, and it still seems hungry. That is it for you, Brommel. What are you doing?
Does Brommel have an angle from here?
Yes,
at the
definitely, because it's
fellow?
it's standing on top of that fallen stalactite.
All right. Yeah, then he's just continuing to fire from range for the moment.
Okay. And hero point that.
Miss. Yeah, that's hero point that.
That's probably your
Let's
best
do
chance of hitting this round.
Yep.
Come on.
Right. Second attack. Oh man, terrible.
One more. You want to? There's a nat 20 coming. I can feel it.
All right. Yeah. Why not? Let's just take the shot.
Here we go. No. All right. So Brommel, you're firing, and I think your caution to avoid hitting your allies is what's screwing up your aim here. Trog.
Hey, I have a quick question because I think previously every time I've cast a spell in an area of an enemy, they didn't have opportunity attacks. So if I do though, and they do, they can attack me, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
Is there any action I can take to try and stop that or give myself an advantage on that?
You
or
can spend
anything?
your full round taking a 1 foot step. So you'd move 5 feet, and that would not trigger reactions. Unfortunately, you're up on a ledge right now.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. Yeah, okay. So normally that's what I could do.
Normally, that's what you could do. Yeah.
Okay. And so if he hits me with the opportunity attack, I lose the spell?
That is correct.
Okay. Then what I'm gonna do...
Hold on, no. You don't lose the spell. I think you have to make a concentration check or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it sounds like...
You don't guaranteed lose it. Okay.
Yeah, Starfinder, you for sure lose it, I remember, but...
I just remember... Okay. Then he will try it, because
check
this thing is in his face.
Do you guys remember about interruption? I actually don't remember offhand.
I haven't done this much in this game yet, and I'm just not 100% sure either.
I think it's a flat feat. A flat check.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Exactly.
Yeah, let me see.
Interruption, it's called? Okay.
Spell attack rolls. I thought it was a sidebar.
Do a search as well.
I'd just like to get this right once and then...
Oh, here, disrupted spells. When you some spells can disrupt a spell, causing it to have no effect or be lost. Full rules for disrupting are 462. Okay. Let's see here. Disrupting actions.
I think it might be a critical hit that disrupts it.
Cast a spell began with activity 3, and the first action was disrupted. You lose all 3 actions that you committed to that thing. The GM decides whether it is acted. So let me see here.
It might give some information on his attack of opportunity ability.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because they're not all the same.
Yeah, each one is different.
Oh yeah, if you critical hit and the trigger was a manipulate action, you disrupt that action.
Okay, so it's only on a crit?
Yeah, it looks like.
Okay, that's actually much...
That would make some sense.
So you take the damage.
It does give them a free hit, yeah.
Yeah, it does give them the free hit, and then only on a crit. Sorry, Trog, what do you do?
Like it's a guaranteed hit?
No. I make my attack.
He still rolls. Okay, he still rolls.
But if I hit with a crit, you lose the action.
Yeah, okay. I'm still going to try it.
Try it,
So he's going to cast Burning Hands on this thing in his face.
I got a 20 on my hit.
My character... My AC is 15.
So here's a bad thing. First off, you take 7 points of damage.
Yep.
And then I need you to give us a fortitude save, because you might get paralyzed partway through casting.
Okay, fortitude.
Roll 20, be nice.
Yep. Do I get +1 from your thing on saves, or no?
That's only will saves against fear.
Only will, okay.
Okay. Yes, success. So you're not
Yes, good
paralyzed.
one.
Burn him.
Complete. What are you casting?
Burn him.
Burning hands.
Burning hands. Go ahead and click on it. Nice. Okay, it's not great damage though. But I gotta make a save. So my reflex save is actually pretty good. So I did save, but I take half damage. So he's tagged partly by it. Look at that.
Wow, that was a terrible damage roll.
All right.
Best thing is, since he already swung at you, you could jump down and not get struck.
Right, like then I can like jump off this thing, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Then Baz, are you currently paralyzed?
Yep, of course.
There's a save, please. You want to hero point that?
Yep.
Okay. Nice, beautiful. All right, then it is the Footless Fellow's turn again. You start moving again. The one good eye he has looks over at you once again, and that is a nat 1 on its first attack, so it misses you. I should make a reflex save, see if he falls off of this ledge. Let's do that. I did save. So he scrambles and almost falls off. Then he's going to try a second bite on you. This is +5. That's a miss. He's got one more try at this. This is at a -1. And I take it an 11 doesn't hit you.
No.
No, so finally, Vaz, you catch a break, and this thing's trying to get off on you, and you're able to keep it from landing a bite on you. Remy, you're up next.
Alrighty, Remy is not sustaining Inspire Courage. He's going to draw out his sword with his free hand.
Okay.
He's going to use a move action or an action to get up here, right in its face.
Okay.
And then he's going to swing his sword and try to.
So you're climbing up onto there.
Yes,
Does a 20 hit you?
it does.
6 points of damage, and would you give us a fortitude save, please?
I forgot its turn just wrapped back around.
But you're good.
Oh,
You're
nice.
And then he's going to grit his teeth and try to cleave its head from its shoulders.
You can try.
I can try. Come on.
So close.
It has an AC of 20.
There's a
What?
slip on your thing, and it just barely misses. You want to hero point that?
Yes, because I really, really want to kill it.
Okay.
Let's try again. Fuck.
Bramble.
All right. Is it still visible to me?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Then let's see if we can't get the damn dice to roll better.
Here we go. Well, the first trick is start rolling dice instead of rice. That'll improve
Rice,
you.
yeah.
That is a hit.
Yay!
All right. He will just continue to release some arrows at it.
Okay. Come on.
E.
Okay. You want to hero point that?
Actually, yeah. I think he's gonna just go ahead and hero point
Okay.
that.
Come on.
Yeah.
One more action.
Let's see. He's gonna. He's gonna move this way. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, to there.
And Trog, your turn. What are you doing?
Frog is going to cast a 3-action heal.
Ooh. Okay. And his burst.
I rolled a 1.
Can you hero point that to re-roll it?
No.
That's-
not
Oh
a
my
D20.
god. That's ridiculous.
Maybe we'll heal a hit point though.
Yeah, 1 hit
I have to
point.
make a save against that damage. So, I don't know.
Well,
Let's
you
see.
might critically fail and take 2.
I could
Oh,
critically
yeah,
fail.
you'd have
God.
damaged it as
I
well.
rolled my nat 20. There's no damage right whatsoever.
Oh,
God.
What do you think?
Vaz,
Screws
kill
up?
this
Waste of
thing.
a spell.
Oh
Vaz,
my
just
god.
kill it. Murder it.
Vaz, you're up. What are you doing?
I will do an exacting strike with my glaive. then.
Nice. Go right ahead.
A total waste.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, that's okay. At least I get to... My exacting strike means I get a second go with
Okay, with your first attack. Yep.
strength.
So attack number 2, that is a miss as well.
You should be getting a +1. Oh no, you stopped memorizing or doing it. Yeah,
You have one more action.
Dang it.
Pop that hero point. You might kill it.
He has done.
Oh, yeah.
She has done.
Oh, I can't see his bar. That's weird.
Her bar.
Her bar, yeah.
One more action. What are you doing, Vaz?
I'm just going to take a swing. Let's
Oh, yeah. Come
caution
on.
to the wind.
Come on.
So hang on, I've done that. Missed. Okay, so it's a
So
second
attack number,
strike.
yeah, the attack number 2.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Okay. The Footless Fellow is up next. And I think he's had us fill of orcish flesh right now. So let's take a chomp out of that tasty white meat and try and get Remy. Remy, does a 21 hit you?
Yeah.
Not crit though, right?
No.
So it's only 2 points of damage, but I do need a save from you.
Okay. Come on.
Fortitude save. Yes, you're not paralyzed. He's going to try and chomp you again. That is a 20 on the nose.
Yeah, that's another hit.
Again, only 2 points of damage. But another fortitude save, please.
Stop teasing me, Kevin.
Yeah, you keep it around. All right, so final one. Let's see. I just want to try and paralyze you so he can eat you. He wants to try and recover some of his damage.
I'm having flashbacks from Falcarel, man.
Sorry, does a 19 hit you?
Oh, wow. Yeah, 1 over my AC.
Okay, let's see. I could roll 1 again. I rolled a 7 this time.
Okay, so I'm dying.
Okay, and then give us a fortitude save, too. You can be affected by both at once. But you're not. So, this thing's been chomping and taking little bits and pieces off of Remy until he finally falls down, and that torch falls to the ground. Give us a 1d... or a 1d20 roll. Flat d20. Yeah, no problem. It's still lit. Remy's going to have to move till just before the Footless Fellow. So then, Brommel, what are you doing?
Wow. Let's take a shot.
Okay.
No, you know what? I think this warrants a different strategy from a sword scion. I think he's gonna actually go back underneath in this direction.
Yep.
And then from here, would he be able to reach with a sword from the position that
he would, but I'm gonna give him some cover.
Okay. He'll spend his second action to switch to the sword, and then he will attempt to attack.
Yeah, so you'd have a sword in one hand and a what do you call? Oh, Jeff, you're not muted right now. I gotcha. You would need to drop your bow.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and give us an attack roll.
All right.
See if we can get the. Oh, it's so close. You want to hero point that? Oh, you can't. Well, you guys are so close to getting another hero point. So you swing at this thing, but it clatters against the side of the thing. Trog, what are you doing?
Does he stabilize his friend, or does he try to burn this thing? He is scared of getting eaten. He is going to produce flame at this thing.
Okay.
Twice.
Here we go.
Nice. That is a hit.
Bye-bye.
Oh, but
And enough to blow it up.
Yes.
well done, Trog.
All right. So then that was 2 actions. You have 1 more.
Yeah, it's not enough to stabilize him this turn. But I
Okay.
can do it next turn.
Do you have a 1-point heal left? That's 1 point is a touch.
No, I don't. I don't have any heals left.
All right. Anything else you wish to do for that 1 action?
He's probably making sure Remy doesn't fall off the log or the thing.
Yeah, he's slowly sliding down.
Yeah, he's trying to keep him from falling down.
Cracking his head, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll break his neck. Vaz, what are you doing?
I'm just checking for
Stabilizing?
stabilized.
So he's dying 1. It's 15 plus his dying rate, so it'd be 16 you're rolling against.
With medicine.
Yeah, with medicine. It's always 5 higher than whatever their stabilization check is.
Yep. Okay, so let's give that a go.
There we go.
Come along. Got hero point yet? No. Come on. What?
I mean, if you fail, I have the cantrip to stabilize him. So.
Okay.
Did you roll a 1? No.
3.
3.
Okay.
I'm not rolling above 4, so it's somewhere between 1 and 4.
Yeah. It's exclusively perception checks. He's rolling great tonight. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if you can roll. If you could spend another action to do the exact same thing. So first aid requires 2 actions and healer's tools, which we said you guys have. So 1 action would have been to get the healer's tools out.
Okay, yep. So that's me done then. So
All right.
2 for the stabilize. Yep.
Remy, give us a flat D20 roll. Okay, you're good. You improved by 1, so you're at dying 0 then.
So I'm stabilized.
You're
but
stabilized. Yep.
Oh, okay.
There's that
My
charred,
fumbling would
hungry
help
corpse
you.
of the one-legged guy down that just fell to the ground next to you.
Without touching the corpse, can I notice anything on it?
Yeah, give us a seek check.
Okay.
You don't want to touch that. Trust me. Ugh.
So, a seek check, a perception check. Seek action to make a perception check, Madison. Come on. Your first time running this game. What you notice, now that the Trog's fire has hit this thing, it's actually knocked loose from its desiccated flesh a silver amulet that looks an awful lot like a stag.
Another stag. Okay. I don't know that we need any more of them, but I guess he would collect it if it's off the body.
Yeah.
They're worth a lot.
You
And
yank it off of the flesh.
Yeah.
So you can add, whoever's keeping track of the loot is another one of those.
Okay.
One more action.
One more action. I think he will. I think he's just gonna kind of look around the area to see if there's anything else, since we've been so distracted by this one creature.
Yeah. Nothing else you can see in this, at least in the immediate area. Like this drops down a little further over here. Like this seems to keep going. You know, there's a drop down over here, it looks like, and then there's also over here. There's steps over here.
Then he's just gonna move back in this direction towards the group.
Okay. Trog.
Well, he was going to stabilize Remy, but instead he's going to try to get him down off of this thing onto the flat stone.
Now that he's stabilized, I think we can move out of our turns.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Turns. There isn't
So
a
yeah,
second.
maybe
step.
Vaz is helping him then if we're not doing this like turn order.
Yeah. So you bring him down, and then what are you guys intending on doing? You can drop out of the turn order right now.
We need to heal him
Wanna
somehow, right?
Yeah, I guess it's 10 minutes for medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I could try a medicine check on him.
If you're trying to treat wounds, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll-
DC 15.
okay.
Oh, if you
I'll
hold on,
attempt
just wait one moment.
Sure.
Everyone gets a hero point.
That's
the time. Like, it's about to roll over.
You almost hurt me. You almost
I
hurt me.
did. Very close.
Whoop. You want to hero point that? Easy. Look at that. Okay.
My self bandage. So it's 1d8, is it?
1 second, hold on. You guys can't both do that. Because if you have to let Brommel make the second roll. Brommel's the one who made the roll for it, and once you've been subject to it, you have to wait an hour to be subject
Yeah,
again.
I'm not that nice. I'm doing it to myself.
Okay. Forgive me.
I've got a lot of holes
Let
in
me
me
slow
at
you
the
down
moment.
there, Madison. This ale is only for me.
But then Brahma will spend the hero point also.
Yeah,
to,
I think it's
try
isn't it
that.
2d8 for the medicine check?
Sorry? It's
I'm
2d8,
getting
yeah.
ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself.
And the wounded condition. Yeah, wait till see what the roll is.
Oh my god.
So unfortunately, he ain't waking up for an hour unless you've got some other way of treating him.
Sounds like a good place to camp, don't
Remy
you
was
think?
pretty badly bitten up by this thing. Like it's
Yeah,
lots
like,
of chunks taken out of him.
Little small chunks, but it's very vulnerable areas.
Yeah. So you have an hour to kill right now while Remy is unconscious. That by the time torches only burn for an hour, don't they?
Yes.
So the torch will be out by the time he recovers. So
we'll mark
here's what I'm
one
going to assume,
down.
Remy, is that they'll take a second one, and as it's burning down to the nub, they'll get another one lit for you. So just to cross
Yeah.
one of them on, or another one off of the list for yourself.
Got it.
But what do you guys want to do in that hour? Frog is pretty bitten up as well.
Yeah, if someone wants to try and heal,
Yeah, I
do
can try
medicine
on
on him.
Shall I try?
Okay.
Let's give it a go. And I can
Yep.
take double the time. So
Yep. So you'll
I
get
take the hour then. So
take the rest of the hour. 4d8.
Oh,
Wow.
it's a
nice.
rubbish roll, but still.
Okay. Getting him back.
okay.
Brommel. What do you wish to do? Because Vaz will be treating Trog for that hour. What do you want to do in that hour? And you're going to assume you got the free reign. Feel free to move yourself all the way around the cave if you'd like. Although
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're doing healing, so
they're
Yeah, I
doing
would-
healing, but the thing is you guys have run across at least one trap.
Yeah. I would need to take a torch probably from Remy.
Can you not see in the
And,
dark?
No, I don't think he has. Oh, I'm sorry. He has light,
light vision.
Right. Okay.
low light vision.
Well, it's okay. Those two can see in the dark. You can take the lit one while the hour's going and run around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, let me do this. Sorry, I didn't realize you didn't have light. I am an idiot. So here, let me get this set up for you.
yeah. Look, I mean, we would
There you
definitely
go.
say to be careful.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay within range of you guys, but he will search in this immediate area just south of us,
Okay.
where the creature was sort of seeming to want to head. He wants to
Okay.
investigate that space.
Sure. So you'd have to, let's see here, you'd have to drop down, oopsies, I think it's 10 feet. Yeah, it's about 10 feet. Oh, well, it's 5 feet down there, so it's actually really not that bad of a drop.
Okay. Yeah, he'll do that drop.
Okay. And are you trained in survival or not?
No.
Okay. So you won't be able to follow any tracks, unfortunately, but you can give a perception check,
Okay.
if you like.
Goodness.
Not great. I mean, this is a stone floor that's slick with moisture and whatnot, so it's tough to see what anything is. There's constant little pools of water at different places, which are probably reflecting back some of the light. It's not the easiest surface to walk on, and what you can see is that it drops down over here for a 10-foot drop. And then, yeah, actually, I think that's as far as you can see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he would probably go much further than that other edge, but he may come to this other edge to see if there's anything visible.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of shit on the ground there, it looks like. And you can give us another perception check.
Okay.
Let's see. It looks like there's something on the ground right around here. It looks like with a 21, it is a small circular like leather or wooden thing about yay big. It actually might be a canteen.
Well, I'm not too far from the group, so Brahma will try to get down and see if he can't get near the object.
Sure.
Do I need to do a check for getting down?
For getting down there? No, that's fine.
Okay.
Oh, it's 10 feet? Yeah, give us an athletics check, please.
Okay.
It's only a DC 10, though, so this will be relatively... Look at that. Easy peasy. Down you go.
Right.
Then... Well, you can see... Look at that. It seems as if it goes down into almost like... Well, that seems like a... Oh, you can't quite see it, but it looks like it... So there is a canteen. You have to move up next to that stalagmite in order to get it, or pillar.
Okay.
And look at that. There's steps leading down, and there is a... Looks like there's a depression leading down into yet another chamber. Or... Yeah, chamber. That would be the correct word for it. If you want to move further forward, you're welcome to.
Just checking my distance here. Don't want to be more than 3 actions away from these guys. All right, yeah, he'll try to be productive and do the same thing from the steps. He'll get on the steps.
So if he's moving down the steps, why don't you give us a perception check? I'm going to assume that he's watching very carefully as he makes his way down. Yeah, good roll, because that was trapped.
Ooh, goodness.
So you're able to, however, hop down on the ledge over here without triggering it. And the reason you might want to do so is because this whole area down here, this seems to be where someone was hiding out. There's remnants of a campsite, there's some gear and whatnot down here, and from in this corner over here, there is a bedroll that is just covered in brown, dried blood. It looks as if whoever the legless fellow was, or the footless fellow was, dragged his ass down here and then died in this corner, bleeding out. Or perhaps got so weak he couldn't get himself up again and died of starvation.
Could Brommel use his knowledge of the occult to try to understand if there's been anything going on here, like from a ritual standpoint, or something out of the ordinary there? Okay.
What I can tell you is that there doesn't appear... Well, give us an esoteric roll, because there might be some other stuff you might be able to pick up, but as far as you can tell, there's nothing... And here... Oh, there's no hero points. What I can tell you is that there are no... what do you call it? There's absolutely no... like markings on the ground. There's no drawings in chalk or any other kind of material. There's nothing that would suggest that a ritual of any kind was invoked down here. Unhappy and angry spirits can sometimes just come back, though, so...
Yeah, I think then he would just do maybe a surface search of the area without...
Trog, would you give us a bandit lore check? I'm just going to preempt a question that may come back to Trog. And
Not bad.
Do you want to hero point that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm flush with hero points. Yeah.
So what... let's assume that Brommel is shouting back, because you guys can easily hear, notwithstanding my creepy background sounds, you guys can hear each other very easily. Sounds carry quite well in here. So if Brommel is filling you guys in and what is going on, as you're treating him and as Trog is getting all bandaged up, he may shout back, "Check for hidey holes!" because bandits will routinely,
yeah.
especially for a well-known hideout like this, they may find spaces where they would regularly hide their loot, and it's going to have to be a good enough hiding spot to hide it from the other bandits.
All right. Brommel might then change his mindset to start looking for some type of stash spot or hideout spot that they were.
And I wish you luck.
Is this perception?
Yeah, give us another perception check, please.
Okay.
Nat 20.
Goodness.
So,
That's...
where is it you think you look? That is like the obvious place where you would find more gear.
I think there might just be like a like a crack in the wall that that could be fit through a little bit, you know, like maybe wide enough for an arm and maybe someone to go through sideways a little bit.
Love it. Yeah. So you reach in there, and what you find waiting are two things. I'm just checking something here. You reach in there, and there is what seems to be a small bag in there, which you pull out, and it contains 30 silver pieces, 30. But the other thing there, you felt something else in there, and you pull it out, and it appears to be some kind of it's a wand of some kind that has it has the markings on it of Yomadai. It's not a sword, but it has stylings of swords on it, as if it was something made by the crusading heir to Aroden. Is that the name of the human god who died?
Yes.
Aroden? God damn it, my brain is just full of useless nonsense.
All right.
So you look at this thing.
Yeah, I think he'll relay to the group that their suspicions were right. There was definitely a hole, and the bandits were using it as a stash, and he'll retrieve the items and bring them back towards the group.
Mm-hmm. So there's a desiccated silver or leather purse that contains those silver pieces, and then there appears to be that that wand as well.
Can Brommel do a lore check to see what he might know about Amadei?
Yomadai?
Or Yamadai?
Yeah, no problem.
Yep.
It would be, so it would be either religion or a esoteric lore check.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm trained in religion, but my esoteric lore is better, so I just will lean on that.
Sounds good. Rely on what you come across. Now one.
No. Yeah.
You want to hero? Or you have no hero points?
No more points.
Okay. So I think we'll figure out what the misapprehension is. I'm just trying to remember. So I've been flipping around because I think is it Arcana? It's an Arcana check to identify.
It depends on what spells in the wand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it'll be religion then. To identify an item. It'll take 10 minutes to try to identify the particulars of this. So what you could do, Brommel, is because of your esoteric lore, you could make an esoteric lore check to try. You don't know, you can't remember anything about Yomadai. Isn't she the one that devours things? I think so. This may be a very destructive wand. So what you could also do is give us either religion or a what do you call it? Religion or a esoteric lore check to try and take 10 minutes and just figure out what the hell this wand is.
Yeah, let's try that.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Okay. And what would be the difficulty of this? Oh, GM sets it. I should talk to that guy. Oh, that's great. Incidentally, cursed items. You probably won't identify there's a curse in it. I love this game.
That's never come back to bite us before.
Never
Right, John?
before in the history of...
Whee!
I think
Oh
Dave
crap!
had-
I'm falling faster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. I think Dave still has the record for most cursed items of any player so far. See, I think his halfling in Barrow Maze had 2. He had 2 curses on him at different points. All right, so here's the thing. This is a wand of magic weapon. If someone attunes, or not attunes to it, but whatever the Pathfinder 2 equivalent of it, activate, I think, invest.
Invest, yeah.
Yeah. Once per day, you will be able to cast magic item.
It's magic weapon.
Magic weapon, not magic item.
It's fun. It basically makes a +1 striking weapon, so you get a +1 to hit and do another dice of damage.
It's a very, very good spell, and definitely something that Yomadai, if someone corrects you on it, Yomadai is effectively the like paladin god in Golarion. She also has some pretty badass chants or like adages.
I vote for Vaz to get that particular blessing of that
Yeah.
the spell. She might not be able to cast it, but that glaive, whoo!
Yeah.
Would be
So,
impressive. Magic.
And wands are fun. You can cast them once per day, but if you attempt to cast it again, you might break the item.
yeah, you can
You always try to force
overcharge it.
Yeah.
No, in times of desperate need, it would be there.
Yeah. Okay, so Brommel brings that back, and you guys have now a wand of magic weapon. So, at the end of the hour, Trog, you've been bandaged up. Brommel's done a search of the things. Remy still hasn't come to. So, would you guys like to now turn your attention onto Remy?
Yes.
Please get me up.
Who is going to take the lead on healing this time?
May I
Wonderful.
aid? May I aid whoever
Aid is a
going?
reaction, so you can just see what Vaz rolls, and then you could make an aid check afterwards. So Vaz, looks like you are going to be nursemaid here.
Let's try again then. Okay.
You want to hero point that?
Yeah. Let's do that.
There's no amount of assistance.
Nope.
Trog, are you trained in medicine?
No, it's those two.
So I'm out for another hour.
So, Remy is out for another hour. What would you guys like to do in that time?
Oh,
Do you want to try and drag his body out? Do you want to...
Oh yeah, drown me in the river.
Well,
That's a
yeah.
good idea.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, yeah, there's really nowhere to go.
So I guess Remy, cross off another torch. If no one else is going to do anything else, then it'll be... we'll just have the hour pass, and then you can make
You
your
guys
next...
just sit
Oh,
in
I
the dark.
can refocus, right, Kev?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
Yeah. How would you guys
Never.
just sit in the dark and let me preserve my torches?
Well, the thing is that-
I've got 4 as well, so you can have mine later.
Okay. Use one of yours.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Vaz, looks like you are taking the lead once
And
again.
I'll tick off 1 torch then.
Okay.
Why do I not seeing it?
Let's try again then. It's bandages are going to be fine this time.
There you go. 2d8. Oh, actually 4d8 if you're assuming you're going to do the full hour.
Yeah, let's do the full Monty.
Okay. 18. Look at that, Remy.
That's fully healed.
All right,
So he
Remy. What are
comes
you
back-
feeling when you're as you're waking up?
So he's like having one of the best dreams of like slicing oozing ghouls apart, and then he just remembers that he has a very bad headache as he swims to the surface, and he's like, did we get him? Ouch.
We burned him.
We got him.
You can stamp on him. He's over there.
You can see on the far side of the stalactite, there's the charred corpse of that thing that was attacking you. You can still see its teeth glistening in the torchlight, red with your blood.
That's not pleasant.
No.
He starts like wiping his blade off on his leg just to get the goop off. And then he realizes he's still covered in it.
Did you hit it with the goop at any point?
Well, I got it all over me when I gut checked him, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you ever hit him, so that is not a problem for you.
Well, no, maybe he thinks he does because he was dreaming about it, and then he realized he just smeared it on him because it's on his clothes. He's
All right. So then, what are you guys intending on doing next?
Brahma would like to present Vaz with the wand and let him know what he knows about the wand and suggest that this may be better in your hands, Captain.
I don't think she can actually use that.
Magical thing. Not sure about that. Plus, I don't know how to use this thing like this.
I think magic weapons on the divine, occult, and arcane list. Okay. Trug, you're primal caster, right?
Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think so.
This is more.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Okay.
I am.
So Remy could make use of it. So could Darwinius.
Yeah.
Darwinius.
There you go.
So you keep it, Remy.
Okay.
Because it's just +1 to hit, right?
It's +1 to hit, and it lets you, like, your glaive does a d10 damage, so you roll 2d10 damage.
So that's if it's a magic weapon +1.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the spell does.
It's a +1, though.
Yeah.
It's an exceptionally badass spell.
I'm very excited then. That's not bad.
Makes it a +1 striking weapon for a minute.
Cool.
And you can use it on someone else's weapon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you use it, and then that can up your sword.
Well, since we've been here so long, maybe that owl bear has moved on, and we can safely, because this does not seem to be the correct cave.
Yeah, there's nothing on this on the corpse or anything you found to suggest that this is the Hungering Blade. He's hungry.
No, in fact, it's the opposite, right? You said we found a token of the
Staglord, yeah.
Staglord, sorry, yeah. I don't think this is him.
How do you guys want to, we haven't talked about this, but how do we want to handle loot? Is loot spread across the party automatically, or spread across whoever is here when it's found? That's something you don't need to make the decision right now, but it's something you guys can decide, and I'll leave it to the players to decide how you want to deal with that. I think the way we do it in Night Below is that it's the entire party regardless of whoever is there. So like gear will be assigned to the party regardless of whoever is there, and the money is split. XP was the thing that was split for whoever was there, as opposed to whoever, the whole party. And we're not doing XP in this game, we're doing milestones. So what do you guys think?
Sense.
Yeah. Seems fair to just leave it split across.
Yeah.
It'll be too complicated otherwise as well.
Better chance for the people who aren't here to get cursed items.
Yeah, exactly.
Good
Dave's
choice.
got a record to break.
Well, can we do that? So that it's shared equally, but the people who are away get the cursed item.
Yeah.
That seems like a fair way of looking.
Yeah, we found this armor for you. It had an evil aura, but we put it on your character while you were gone.
So then, yeah, it's been about 3 hours that you guys have. 3 or 4 hours? 1, 2, 3, 3 hours, I think. Right? Because it took.
I was unconscious for 2, and then healed the third one. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's been 3.
So it's been 3 hours. You guys have been here, plus maybe 10 minutes or so. What are you planning on doing now? Oh, Brommel,
So what time of day would this
does
be?
Brommel mention the trap he saw?
Definitely. I'll point out that, show them where I went and where the trap was that I saw.
Yeah. So there you've seen the foot trap that was led to the footless fellow, and there's a second trap that Brommel's found. So, how do you
Do
guys
you want to do anything with it?
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I don't know. Avoid it?
Yeah, definitely avoid it.
Just avoid it, I guess.
I think that he's not living in. This is not the cave he's hiding in because,
Does
why would he
anyone-
be living with a undead monster?
Yeah, it seems unlikely.
It seems highly unlikely.
But if anyone does have tracking or survival training, maybe they could just do a tracking.
Take a peek.
Oh, there is
Yeah.
a disgusting dagger in here as well, too.
Yeah,
On his body.
No. We don't want anything to do with that disgusting
Oh.
crap.
Well, is it a fine-looking dagger?
No, it is probably the thing that was used to remove his leg.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Plus one on leg removal, eh?
It's pretty good at that. Actually, it's not great because the guy died, but, it can get the job done.
I think we are heading out. I mean, that's what Trog thinks.
So what time of day would this be now?
This is, it probably took you 45 minutes or so to get across the water. You're looking at about, let me think here. We said you were up by 8. An hour to kind of fuck around in camp and get yourself ready and break camp. That's 9 you left. It's probably about 2 o'clock right now.
Okay.
Time to press on.
Still
and find
got day
another
ahead. Yep.
Certainly, yeah. And I mean, we've got Chekhov's owlbear waiting outside too.
Yeah,
So
we've got a
And,
chance to go and fall in the river and drown.
However, with the reek of the undead we got on us, I think it'll just drive it away.
So, we don't need to be going like square by square, but what I would like to know is how you guys are intending on getting yourselves out of here.
Can we just go back up the way we came in?
You
Or is
can,
there
but
another
that's
way
going to
out?
be, that will require, it's easier to go down than it is up on that thing. So we'll require an acrobatics check to get up. Unless you've got some way of making it easier for you guys.
Well,
I guess you go up the top there and,
could-
by up
could
here. Looks a
scramble
bit
up
easier.
there. Yeah, I could scramble up there and drop a rope down. Right?
Yeah. Guys,
that
so are you
works.
just going to scramble up there?
Yep, that looks like it's a bit easier.
Okay. Vaz, as soon as you put your arms in there and begin bringing yourself up, would you give us a reflex save, please?
Slick.
Cool.
And you have no hero points. All right. Unfortunately, the easiest way down also is the first one to get trapped. So
Yeah, that's probably been sensible to check that.
this is how we learn. This is called the Dorman way of detecting traps.
Oh, yes, you find them. Yes, you do.
All
The
right.
successful trap finder is one that survives.
Hey, sure.
Oh, those early days were so fun.
Definitely. Most definitely. Okay. All right. Vaz, you take 13 points of damage from falling rock, and you are currently trapped partially under this. You just need to give us a fortitude save to free yourself. You're not going to be stuck in here like your footless friend there.
Remy
Well,
comes
you
rushing
did
over.
Another hour.
Remy comes rushing over, and then you're free by the time it gets over there, and he starts singing a hymn of healing.
Nice. How much did that restore in total?
8 over 4
Okay.
rounds.
So yeah,
Go.
Vaz has tried to go the easy way up over there and has triggered a trap. You're going to recover 8 back from that, Vaz.
Well, it's not trapped twice, so
Yeah, I got rid of the trap for you.
Dormant technique.
Very kind.
You guys are easily able to scramble your way up there now that the trap has been triggered.
Yeah. Okay.
But do you wish
Somebody
to?
else want to go in front?
well, if you give me another 10 minutes, I can heal you up the rest of the way.
Do you want to take the 10 minutes?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay.
Well, it'll be 20 in total, so I get my focus point back again. But
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, it is possible that stupid thing is going to be outside the door.
yeah,
Okay.
Cool.
So let's heal up. Yeah, let's stay healthy.
Everyone gets a hero point, by
Thank
the
you,
way.
Oh, nice.
All right.
oh
Thank
no,
you.
the odds of it being outside the cave is
Thanks
increasing.
all round.
By the moment.
The odds of death increase as the hero point count goes up.
Then we're in our last half hour of the session. So,
Well,
what
Remy's
is?
gonna climb up right here in the middle that nobody would ever trap.
Well, you guys have already passed that first trap. Remember, that was where there is a leg over there.
Yeah, the like trap.
Well, Remy doesn't want to walk over there. He's
Yeah.
just climbing up the edge.
All right. So you guys get yourself.
Well, Trog goes a long way.
Yep. Trog, 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 trog.
Do-do-do-do-do.
So as you approach the exit there, what would you guys like to do? You've talked a lot about that owl bear.
Yeah, can someone just look out and peek and see if he's there?
Well, Brommel's really good at stealth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He could try.
Well,
I'm
you
gonna
know,
walk-
thank God, one session where finally I'm not the first one to be fucking attacked for, what's that about going first?
You go out there in the waterfall and go until you find the owlbear, and then come back and tell us.
Well, he could stealth out and keep an eye out, and then give a signal that when he feels like it's clear, for you guys to try to exit as well.
Okay.
So,
How often can you do that mirror image thing?
Nice.
Nice stealth check.
Incredible. Now, Brummel, I technically should have been a secret one, but that is too good to pass up. So what, Brummel, you do, you sneak out, and let's move ourselves outside of here and bid farewell to some terrific ambient sounds. Here we go. There we go. Oh, look at that big fella. He just wants a
What was it?
home, guys.
I was talking to Jeff before the break was over, and I was like, I bet you we're going to fight something that starts with a G and ends with an ool.
Oh my gosh,
So good.
I will say, like, for the classic monsters, the classic D&D monsters, PF2 does a fucking great job of capturing what was cool about them even back in the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. Because, James, that's the thing with... So the ghouls, as frustrating as it is to be paralyzed each round, I think it's like 10 minutes or an hour that it did in AD&D.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You're just like,
And
sit back and have a good time.
in third edition, it was 1d4 minutes, and if you critically failed, it was worse.
Yeah, it's just
So-
like you were out for as
The fight.
the foreseeable future. Did I bring you guys over here? Yeah, I did. Okay. So, let's skip bid for goodbye, Owlbear. You poke your head out, Rommel, and what you can see is you have to look pretty far down. Like, I'm picturing that you get out there and you're looking, like, first on the rocks closest to you, and you can imagine how loud it is to get... Oh, let me turn that ambient sound off. That's what I was going to do. Bye, Cavern of Lost Souls. Hello to theme music. So, what, you know, you're I imagine it's even more unnerving because on top of the sound that just basically, like, deadens your ability to hear, you might as well be deaf. You're also, as you're making your way down the cavern, you're completely restricted in the field of vision. So it's really not until you get to the edge of the cave that you're really able to see out, in particular, the narrow bit that you were close to. Remember, there was only like a fairly short little path that led to that under the waterfall stuff, and if it was going to follow your tracks, it'd be almost right there. And one of the things that they told you about owlbears is how fast they charge. And maybe one of the things that plays through your mind is, would you hear that terrifying hoot howl that comes with their charge over the sound of the water, or would you not even know it was going to be coming until it hits? But as you poke your head out, there's nothing in the immediate vicinity. And as you get a little further, you get a much better idea. It's much further down. It's still on the edge, on the side of the bank. Would you give us a perception check? That's good enough. So you're looking over at this thing. It has visible wounds on it. And what you can see is it's pacing back and forth on the bank, and it'll stand up bear style and kind of do that look again, and its head, kind of cocks around when it sees you come out. It doesn't see you because you're nat 20 in your stealth, but it's looking still. But it's hurt, and it's looking out, but it doesn't seem to be venturing onto any of the rocks. How do you explain that to the guys? Do you gesture for them to come forward?
Maybe it knows moving on these rocks is a stupid idea.
Yeah.
We
have the wounds to prove it.
You can give a medicine check, Brommel, if you like. You're trained in medicine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anne is here and wishes you luck. You want to hero point that?
Sure. We are down to it.
Okay.
He's tricked me more than once this way.
Yeah. So, they mentioned about the rocks, and you're looking at his wounds, and to be honest, you can't tell one way or the other. You can't tell if the wounds would be the kind of things that you saw that, say, Vaz had suffered when she cracked some ribs and, busted her head open, or if it's the kind of thing that something else might cause.
So I think Brommel would give some signals to the group behind me to let them know that he's got sight on the bear, kind of pointing in the direction of the bear, and if he's able to give them an indication of how far away and general direction.
Yeah.
He'll point that out.
In a rasping whisper, I think you'd be able to tell them, like, it's back on the bank.
Yeah. Injured.
I don't want to impose Brommel's voice on him. It just, that's what his, jaw and whatnot just seems like that. So if you guys, what do Trog, Remy, and Vaz do, having heard that this thing's still on the bank and injured?
Remy comes out with a short bow ready, but doesn't pop past Brommel.
Okay.
So to continue towards the second cascade, will we need to pass in the direction that the bear is currently?
No. You're gonna have to carry on across the river. There's more caverns. What Trog could tell you, there's more caverns all the way along here. This happens to be just the first one you found.
Right. And we're continuing actually to move farther away from the owlbear.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
And the way it's moving, like, the kind of thing where, like, an animal wants to do something but just won't do it. Stalking back and forth and looking over. You feel like it's looking in your direction, but it could be the distance that it's just, Remy, you can give us a perception check if you'd like as well. You want to hero point that?
Actually, yes, I do.
Okay. So you're looking in, like, you can't really make out what's... He said, you trust Brommel when he says that the thing was injured, but you can't see any of its injuries on there. But it's doing exactly as I said, pacing back and forth, standing itself up. You can wait 5 minutes to do that, and you're looking around. There's nothing else. I mean, it looks like it's as you left it out here. Trog or Vaz, are either of you guys coming forward?
Yeah, I guess so.
Remy's getting paranoid. He's like, it's pacing back and forth. Brommel says it's injured. And he kind of looks up along the cliff faces ahead of them to see if he can see anything.
Yeah, you can't. On the face, give us another perception check. Let's see.
It's like, sounds like ambush. No, I can try it again. I have one more here.
Heck yeah. Can't
Maybe
take
I
him
won't
with
get
you.
a 9.
There you
we
go. So you're looking around, and what you can see is that one of the rocks near where you guys are, there's some fresh blood spattered across it.
We'll elbow Brommel and point it out.
Yeah, and like it's thick and heavy, so like the spray that's going across it is beginning to eventually it will wash it away in time, but it's clearly there. Something spilled blood not far away from where you guys are, along the path leading up towards this cave. You can't see anything else. There's nothing above. There's no sign of anything else around here, though, Remy. There's nothing you could spot.
Is it something I can get to in relatively quick matter if I stepped out?
If you stepped out there, you would need to make either a athletics or acrobatics. If you're going to hop over there, if you're trying to hide, you have to get down in the water and push yourself along.
Gotcha. I turn around and ask the everyone else, you think I should check it out? Because it might trigger the owlbear.
How much risk do you want to take?
Remy just gives a bardish smile and full of confidence, and he's not really confident, but life's risky.
So what do you
Then
think?
go for it, friend.
Okay. He'll look at Brommel and say, cover me with your bow. And Remy's going to go look at it. We're going to try and, use acrobatics to get out there and just keep an eye on the owlbear as he goes.
Okay. Vaz, what are you doing while this is being suggested? You're still back in the cave. You haven't told us that you've moved forward yet.
No, well, I'm enjoying the nice dark. It's much nicer in here.
See what I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple of quick hops. There's the roaring of the water, and you get over to where this is. I think you're going to have a hell of a time hearing what others are saying from here, because you're right near the rushing water. You get down, and yeah, there's a lot of blood on this rock. Give us a perception check. Let's see what else you can pick up. There's going to be some baseline information that you're able to get. There's scratches, deep furrows that have been scratched into the rock here, as if something was fighting or trying to cling on to here. Give us a nature check.
Good at that, but there's 20s on dices.
That's all you need. No, this is exactly what like a bear's claws would look like. Looking at this thing on the side, it sees you now, or it seems to. And you're looking over and you can't quite, you can't hear it, because all you can hear is the rushing of things. And you can see its mouth is opening. So it must be hooting or crying out. Its expression, it's difficult to read. There's not a discernible sentient expression from it. But an animalistic frustration is something that you can even read from across the way. Trog, Vaz, and Brommel, would you give us perception checks, please?
Yep.
Ugh.
Vaz, where are your eyes trained, just out of curiosity?
I'll be looking where the blood is, and beyond that, I'm more interested in.
So you're looking on there, and out of the corner of your eye, you see, and that's weird, not one, two rocks that seem to move up out of the water and are moving against the current.
Comrades!
Let's have everyone go ahead and click on their tokens and click on initiative. I need to grab.
Muppet roll.
Oh, what am I doing here? Jeepers.
Should have left very well enough alone.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
It's better we trigger it now than have everybody be out in the rocks and all fall into the water.
Something that an owl bear is afraid of? This isn't good.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be fine. We did well against the one creature earlier.
You guys will be fine. I might not.
A couple of people down there.
I think whoever's first might be in trouble.
Okay, here we go. To make sure you can see and not edit. Okay, good. And I'll add a turn, and I'll roll initiative. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's fucking sweet. I'm so sorry, Remy.
I see nothing.
Trog, unfortunately, what did you roll for your perception, Trog?
Pretty good.
Not his initiative, his perception. No,
no.
his perception was a 13.
Yeah.
Right. So, Trog, unfortunately, I think you're not going to have a turn this turn. So, what that means then is, Remy, you will be able to act next, but unfortunately not before they can do it. At the last second, and while still flat-footed, those rocks move up, and then suddenly there's a first two sets of small stalks that poke out on other sides of the rock, black, with inhuman black eyes. And then what raises out of the water
It's a mud crab.
are a pair of crabs the size of draft horses.
Lovely.
And I rolled it. The reason I was laughing, I rolled a 15. I am one before you, Remy. So, the first one is going to. Its claws recently blooded by owlbear. Oof, try and get you. All right, here we go. Does a 19 hit you flat-footed?
Oh yeah, that's gonna hit everyone.
But not a crit though, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then that, oh shit, fuck. That is 14 points of damage as one of those
my good
claws
Lord.
grabs around your thigh, and you can
You're dead.
feel like your leg is about to bust. And it has grabbed hold of you. Oh, right, so you need escape action to try and get out. That's just it. So it has grabbed hold of you, and then it is going to try... Oh, it is going to constrict you. Give us a fortitude save as its claw crunches down on you.
Oof.
Nice! So you actually don't take damage from it. So that is the one that's grabbed hold of you. It's got hold of your leg. The other one is positioning itself in between your allies and you, and is... That is crab for readying in action.
Oh.
Then, Remy, what are you doing?
All I can do is try to break free from this thing.
So it's an athletics check, isn't it?
Yep,
Against its fortitude?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay, go right ahead.
Wish I had hero points right now, but I have to go with the roll of the dice. Come on.
That is ouch!
Which one?
He got your leg free! You have
Nice.
2 more actions. That does count as an attack, though. So you have 2 more actions. What would you like to do?
Warping away from these things. I'm getting further from my allies, just moving twice away.
You still
Rapid
will
six-
need to give us an athletics or acrobatics check.
I have no choice. This is the path.
Yeah. That is enough. So you're able to go by. However, that one that has the ready to action, you are moving past.
I thought you said it was between my allies and me. I thought it was moving behind
Well,
me.
that's where you're going, isn't it? Back to your allies?
No, I'm running
No,
away
he's
from my
going the
allies.
other way, he said.
Oh, so you're further out in the water towards
Yeah,
the
I'm-
owl bear. Fantastic.
I thought, yeah, that's fine. I need to get away from the crabs, and that's 60 feet I moved. So hopefully that's faster than they can move in the water.
I'm only going to let you move 30 because of it's difficult terrain you're moving across.
Ow. Okay,
So-
well,
So you have, so Remy has thrown himself out 30 feet away from you guys. There's a crab in between. There's another one out there ready to go. And there is an owl bear on the shore that is waiting for you to come over. Guys, that's where we're going to leave our session. We'll come back in 2 weeks.
if that thing could do 14 damage with one snip, there is no way I can go back that way.
I hope we have 2 more players next time.
Yeah.
If
I'll
Remy,
make up
I
a
will
spare
say,
character.
to keep the situation the way it is, if John isn't able to make it, some lucky person is going to take his place out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, no, I'm planning on being here.
Oh, yeah, just in the event. So then, guys, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for part 8 of our ongoing Kingmaker campaign. So here we go. So, all right. Then let's see here. For those listening, thank you so much for joining us. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please do not hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. There is also a link down below to the Dungeon Musing Discord server where all of us are active, and there is a channel there dedicated to our PF2 campaign, as well as every other campaign we run on the channel for the most part. If you were more than welcome to join us over there. There's a ton of great people over there, and other channels like Finding a Group or GM Discussion or whatever. Lots of great people over there, knowledgeable, friendly, and whatnot. So you are more than welcome to join us. There is also a link down below to our friends at Noble Knight Games. Noble Knight Games is the preeminent unionized retailer of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs in North America. Not only do they have an outstanding selection of new role-playing games, board games, and card games, they have an unmatched selection of hard-to-find and out-of-print RPGs. If you make a purchase of $10 or more through their website, be sure to enter the code SPRINGMUSER at checkout, and you will save yourself 10% on the purchase. That's down below, all caps, all one word. And they have a neat feature where if they have something listed that is not in stock, you can often put it on a want list, and they'll send you an email when it comes in, and you'll be able to pick it up at your leisure. If you are listening to this after July 1st, 2023, we'll have a new code. So just go to one of our more recent videos and you will find what the current discount code is and save yourself 10% on your purchase. There's also a link down below to something called Heroes Save Villages. That is the charity fundraising campaign we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, a really amazing organization active in over 130 countries, benefiting over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children, including ongoing relief efforts in Ukraine and the surrounding countries at the time of recording. All donations that go through that link go directly to SOS Children's Villages International. None of it goes to the channel or any other middleman. It just goes to help out the kids who benefit from their services. And we have two small ways of saying thank you for that. One of them is that if you donate $25 or more, every $25 you donate gives you a chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes in our next charity raffle, which will be at the end of the year. So it'll be in late November probably, to make sure people get their stuff by Christmas. But if you donated $10, if you donate $10 or more, so any $25 and every $25 you donate gives you one chance to win the grand prize or one of the other great prizes. The $10 or more gives you a chance to vote on the remaining 3 sessions of our year-long campaign, the Year of Ill Omens. We have played 3 sessions so far, and donors have voted to shape the elements of the different adventures we've played in that campaign. We have had the donors select the era they're playing in, the specific time period they're playing in, the game we are using, and the types of heroes we're playing, and the connections between the different heroes. We didn't do that for the last one because I just ran out of time for it, but we've seen heroes go, or we visited heroes, I should say, in the Golden Age of piracy, in the 1st century of the Roman Empire, and 19th century China thus far. Where will the donors take us for our next session, which will be played in July? Well, we'll have to find out. If you donate $10 or more since June 1st, 2023, head on over to the Charity Initiatives channel on the Dungeon Musing Discord server, and you will learn how you can vote to shape that next session. And the other 2 sessions, everything remaining for the rest of the year. The last thing I will say is an enormous thank you to our stalwart heroes. And here's the big moment. So a big thank you to Jeffrey, Jonathan, James, and Jamie. That was much easier than I thought. Thank you so much for playing tonight, Jay, guys. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the. You guys did a great job of taking down that ghoul, and I love the owlbear fake out. It's fantastic. So then, for those listening at home, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time to see what happens to our stalwart heroes. Hopefully they have more heroes ready to dive in and take on some crabs. I think James is about ready to quit if we have any more water encounters in PF2, but I prefer to think of it that he's just really learning the swim rules backwards and forwards, and we'll pay it forward to his players the next time.
It's all right if it's Sally Dumer. It's just a bit unfortunate if you're an orc.
Most definitely. So then, for those listening at home, we will be back in 2 weeks' time. But until then, we hope that we gave you a few hours to take your mind off of the troubles of our world and think about the troubles that our heroes are encountering as they search for the hungering blade in the stolen lands. Until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.